All right, we are late, but I would never miss a stream. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another late night Pokemon card live stream. It's your host, Mr. TheCardconomist. All right. What is it? It's Saturday. Saturday night, Sunday morning. I didn't even share the thumbnail with Mike's site because I actually just assumed he was asleep. We are. So tonight, no thumbnail. We don't even need a thumbnail. Putting this over here. Live Pokemon card shop for alpha male. Alpha males only. Free slabs. Let's go ahead and save. Welcome to my alpha male podcast. Women. All right, let's grab this. Look, Mom, I'm first. What's up, mister? Hello, Jeff. All right, so here's this. We're going to hit... We're going live Saturday night. Okay. You guys will notice that we're very late. However, in a normal live stream, we would still be running quite robustly at 30 a.m. in the morning. Our normal live stream ends at about, 4 a.m.-ish. So, yes, this is not... we started late, but it's not like there'd be nobody here ever. Let's go ahead and move this over here. Close this. All right. Let's close these out. Closing out some emails. And we're closing out some more of these emails. All right, there's quite a lot of emails for me to close out. There I am, I'm already singing. All right, looks like we are all set up. Now, how's our menu looking? Our menu looking okay? I think our menu's fine. Let's go ahead and ping. Wait, did I already ping the Discord? I think I did. Yeah, Discord is pinged. Very good. And now we are live. So tonight, I found another box of slabs that I haven't looked at in a little while, and I was thinking about pricing up some of those slabs. It's kind of helping me understand exactly what I own, but also it's kind of been a test to see what people would trade for those slabs. I mentioned that the slabs are up for trade. I've had a couple people offer some interesting trades. I am noticing a pattern where a lot of people seem to ask for a couple of the slabs over and over again. So I'm noticing that. We are. I'm also noticing some really bad trade offers being offered. Let's see what this says. All right. Hold on. Okay, very good. Now, where are we? So we've shared all that. Let's go ahead and turn this music up a little bit. We got a little bit of Pokemon music playing. It's feeling like a nice Saturday night. I'm pretty tired. My back hurts. You know what I did today, guys? I went to that Tom Segura comedy special out here in Lake of the Ozarks. He had one out here at our Ozark Amphitheater. Oops. Try that again. There we go. All right. Try to go and get this up on the iPad. No? How about if I click this? Ah, there it is. Okay, we got the iPad running. Wonderful. Right, we still have this free giveaway Lord of the Rings slab. Maybe it's worth about $80. This is from Mr. LaFlame. And LA is the keyword. I'll go set the giveaway bot for that right now. Hit refresh on that. I did not know you were in Lake of the Ozarks. That's where I live. Lake of the Ozarks. Here's a friendly reminder, guys. If you are a member of the channel, you get better odds when you play the Nightbot game. Okay, cool, man. I feel like I'm ready to start working on these, man. I'm going to bring the live customs back. I might start working on them live. Okay, so yeah, the slab boosters. TCC slab booster. Miftul, what's up, Charles? B. Lonsky. You like Joey Diaz? Yeah, I know he was on the he was on that podcast with the one guy. Oh, I can't remember their names. He's okay. I've heard some funny jokes from him before. He's got a certain sound to him, right? Like he's a old New York guy or New Jersey or something like that. He's got a certain accent that's really popular. But yeah, I heard some Tom Segura's jokes that I don't think anyone's heard before unless you went on his tour, so that's pretty cool. However, it was a pretty tough experience. I gotta say, the amphitheater seats were so uncomfortable. They're tiny, man. The seats are small. They're hard little plastic seats. They really do not give you much lumbar support. And by the end of it, I had so much back pain that when I came back, and we came back at like almost 12. It lasted all night. I thought it was just Tom Segura, but it was actually three different comedians, and they all had their own routine. So first it was a guy named like Trevor something. He's a TikToker who makes a lot of funny TikToks. It's not Trevor Noah, is it? Trevor something with the W? So I recognized him right away because I've seen his TikToks before. Then there's a guy I'd never seen before, but he was actually funnier somehow. And that guy only talked about sex. It was really grotesque. Oh, that's another thing. Maybe you're a little too chunky for the chair. No, it's not just that I was a little too chunky for the chair. They don't give you any like arm room between the chairs. So like you quite literally, you're like touching the person next to you. It's like, Jesus, dude. So yeah, there was a girl to my right and her boyfriend. And I was like, my arm was just like on her the whole time. They're just tiny seats. And when you're trying to walk by, you can't walk by down the aisle. Your knees hit the chair in front of you. It's so small. The space is so small, my knees are touching the other chair. So anytime somebody needs to walk by, everyone's got to stand up and climb out of the aisle so that someone can go to the bathroom. It's really, really small seats. And nowhere in the auditorium does it get larger. So I think they ought to put in larger seats with like cup holders. There's no cup holders either. Like, what the hell? So I used to go to kind of like a outdoor Broadway play amphitheater out in St. Louis all the time. And their seats were old and they were nicer. They just designed this place to be really crammed, I guess. Hey, Cardconomist, how does it go? Trevor's so funny. Yeah, so I watched Trevor. Yeah, it was weird watching him live because you get a totally different sense of him when he's live than when he's in his TikTok shorts. And yeah, he talked a lot about sex too. That's one thing that stood out to me about the comedy routines. They were all like, dude, they were like X-rated, man. They were saying so much stuff. They were going into way too much detail. Dude, like there were jokes that were really, really graphic. And yeah, they were talking about stuff. I was kind of surprised. Yeah, it was like X-rated, man. It was pretty pornographic. Here we go. We got Rapidash Ponyta. I mean, still got these same slabs on the table. When's my next slab return coming back? Jesus, man. That's where I'm at, is in St. Louis. Nice, man. I got relatives in St. Louis. I got relatives in Kansas City. I live in Lake of the Ozarks. I have an hour drive to Springfield, Missouri. I gotta see this. When am I getting my slabs back? They were talking about wet pussy. Now, I noticed there's this thing going on with stand-up comedians. I don't know if you guys have noticed too, but a lot of their jokes are like about being homosexual. So there were a lot of homosexual jokes. A lot of homosexual jokes. And like giving other guys blowjobs and stuff like that. And it was like, damn, dude. All right, let's see. Oh, good. This is shipped. So does it say when it will arrive? Doesn't say when it will arrive. How did these grade? Okay, you ready? 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 10, 6.5, 9, 8.5, 7.5, 10, 10, 5.5, 9, 9, 5.5, 10, 10, 9, 10, 9. How many pages of this are there? Dude, how are some of these getting forced? That doesn't even make sense. 10, 9, 9, 9, 10, 8.5, 8.5, 9, 9, Oh, these are from XY Evolution. I see what's going on. That's an 8. That's an 8.5. Hey, there's a 10. That looks nice. Nice. Pichu 4. How? That's... Oh, I know what it is. Actually, it should be grading low. Oh, nice. That got a 10. I'm looking... I don't want to reveal anything. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Okay. 10. 9. 9. Oh my god, that got a 1.5. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, how about this? Let's see. What else? 10, 10, 10, 10, 9. Oh, that's sad. I was hoping that one would get a really good grade. As an old card that got a 9. I'm looking at some grades that are coming back to us. Dude, these are just really tough grades. Alright, let's see about this. 9, 9, 9, 10. Of course, Metapod gets a 10, guys. Grass Energy gets a 10. The cards you don't care about get a 10. It's always that way. Isn't that funny how that works? Let's see. Alright. Oh, there's some more. Let's see. I'm still looking at the grades. I'm looking at... This is coming back to us in a minute. Do, 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 do. Wow, all those Pikachus got low grades. Oh, here we go. Team Rocket. So I sent them some Team Rockets. So I want to see these Team Rockets. Okay, that got a 10. Dude, they're giving these the worst grades ever. Alright. I'm just looking at... No rarity symbol Abra 3. No rarity symbol Dratini 3. No rarity symbol Squirtle 3.5. Alright. Wow, they really didn't want to grade a bunch of these. Wow, these are some stinky grades, man. Alright. I don't understand why so many of them were like 8.5s, you know what I mean? Does it actually give you like really close details? I won't worry about it. Whatever they grade is whatever they grade it. You know, I wasn't really picking them too carefully, to tell you the truth. All right, let's begin. Jeff Leon has a big order here. He says 10 SAO, 10 Mirrorverse, 10 OP8, 10 from Nightmares. Appreciate our conversation. Okay, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you too. Let's get started. Excuse me. All right, so PSA 10 Metapod. We got PSA 10 Metapod. I'd like to proceed with what we agreed on. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, Mr. Hagai, you should see my inbox. It's just full of messages, and I can't respond to them all. So what you should do, Mr. Hagai, keep bumping that message for me, will you? All right, let's get started. Hey, it's Mr. LaFlame. Did you see the dad who went up to punch a comedian because he made sexual jokes about his kid's son being gay? Really? Damn, dude. All right, but yes, so today I have a lot to talk about because we went to a Tom Segura stand-up comedy special, and it was a really interesting experience. I'd never been to one of those. I'd only ever watched the specials at home on, like, Netflix, you know what I mean? There's a lot of those on Netflix now. 10 of these, 10 of the Mirrorverse. I have to say, after going, I'm not sure I would go again. And that's because I underestimated how nice it is to sit on my own couch and watch them. Like, it's easier to process the jokes when you're sitting on your couch. It's also way more comfortable. Does alpha mean power bottom nowadays? Yeah, welcome, guys, to my Alpha Male podcast. Today, we're going to talk about mewing. All right? Stacy's only want the men who are better than them. They don't want any of the guys at the bottom. Something like that, right? Some complaint. Let's see. OP8. Grab some of these. Who's the big Weiss collector here? 4. throw this over here. Okay. So we need to get some more OP8s. 10 from Nightmares. All right. They were super, super strict about no cameras, man. They had people going up and down the rows of the seats the entire time. It was like 4 hours long. I think it was like 5 hours long, actually. The whole thing felt like it was about 5 hours. It started around 8, and we got home at like, so we got home at almost 12. So the whole thing took about 5 hours. It was a whole day event. It felt like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Jeff, you never know. You might pull that signature out. It would be insane. Mister, do I have a problem if I have 9 boxes of Azure coming tomorrow? Nah, you're fine, man. Alpha males open up lots of cards. Not like those beta males. Those beta males are like, oh, you should save your money. What are you talking about? All right, give me a moment. Alright, what the hell? I can't find it. Where's the rest of my OP8? Dude, we got so much OP8, it's gotta be here, right? There's no way we sold it all. People were not buying. Where's my OP8? There's one piece OP5. Dude, we have so much of it like a day ago. I can't find it. It ain't right. Okay, guys, I'm having trouble finding the one piece OP8, but it's like we had a lot of it, so it doesn't add up. Give me a second, guys. I'm heading back out of the room. I'm going to check out in the halls one more time. I was hoping maybe it was in here after I couldn't find it out there. We got a lot of OP5. I can see that. Okay, we're good on OP5. I'm back. Oh yeah, we got lots of this. I got 3 cases of it left. I knew we had lots. I had to stack it up on the floor in an odd spot because we had so much of it. So we got 3 fresh cases. By the way, we got a pretty full case of OP5. Ah, good. Yeah, beta males are at home saying, oh, you should save your money. You should save your... Obviously, here in our Alpha Male podcast, we all know that you need to be spending all of your money opening cards. And you need to be opening up credit card debt to open even more cards, right? Because if I lose all my money, that just motivates me to make $1 million. Think about it. There we go. All right, there we go. Sometimes I like to take my money out and just give it away to my opponent, because then I'm motivated to work even harder. Brother, I had 912. I sent $9 order. Mister, when are you sending my cards to PSA? It's been a while. Yes. Very, very soon. I promise. Very, very soon. The way we do things, we do them in rounds. We are? Yeah, we do them in rounds. Are you ready? Your cards just need to be shipped. Yours are already submitted. They just need to actually be shipped, though. So they're not in the hands of PSA, though. Here we are. The way PSA kind of works, if you didn't know this, they don't really start if they've already got shipments from you, they don't really start the new ones that you send in. Those just kind of sit around. There we go. But we can get those out as soon as you want. All right, put this over here. Whose order is this? This is a Mr. Jeff Leon order. Okay, Ryan Shapiro's here, Giovanni's here, Kendo's here. Kendo was the big buyer yesterday. Here we are. All right. Here's this. Here's this. That really messes me up, seeing the dog head. All right. Here's a hollow. My cards were in the previous round, but it's okay. Can you send all my cards together this time without leaving anything behind? Oh, you're saying you had some cards from a previous round. That's interesting. Here we are. Here's a hollow. And here's a hollow. And here is a hollow. Oops. No problem, man. We'll get it out right away. Xbox show tomorrow. I wonder if there are Gundam cards. Ugh. All right. There we go. Whatever you want, Mr. LaFlame. We'll get you sent out this weekend, okay? Okay. And we'll grab this. Okay. I had a lot of poker cards. Yes, you do. All right. So ever since I started pricing up Pokemon cards, my big ones, I'm noticing a pattern where everyone kind of wants the same 5 cards. People don't want to trade for all of those cards. They want to trade for a couple of them. I noticed this pattern. Very interesting thing to watch. It tells me that if I really want to get into trading cards, what I ought to do, and I'm thinking about this, what I ought to do, just put up 1 or 2 cards up for trade at a time. Here we are. Something I've been thinking about. But I think I'd like to price up all my cards anyways, just to get a better idea of them. All right, what we got? Fenrir. Okay. Here's Sid Reigns. Here's Eldnark. Narcha. Here's Golbez. Here's Yuna. Here's Realm. Here's Ico and Titus. Here's Vivi. Ooh. All right. Here's Maydeen. All right. Here's Mog. And here, what's up, mister? I've been away for a while and saw your daytime stream and was like, WTH, that's not mister. Yeah, what did you think of that? That was Alexis. Oh, it's Oscar Diaz. Did you get my emails, Oscar? Hey, Oscar, check your email box, okay? Because I sent you some emails. All right, toss it over there. They sold the Gundam Wing set in the U.S. So today I got to watch some stand-up comedy live in the Camdenton Outdoor Amphitheater. And I have to say, I must have sweat like a gallon of water because I swear to God, it was like 90 degrees and 100% humidity with like drizzles of rain and thunderstorm. They actually had to delay the show by an hour. So everyone was forced to sit in their car and it was raining a bunch. And so here you were in your car with the windows rolled up, 90 degrees outside. Somehow the sun was still shining too. So you were just roasting in your car. And Karis actually got lightheaded. She got so hot, she got lightheaded. I was like, oh, you got to climb out of the car. It was so roasting hot, she got faint feeling. How crazy. And everyone around us had like soaked t-shirts from all the sweating. It's just too hot. You sent me an email? I sure did. Check your PayPal email, okay? I think it was you. Yeah, check your PayPal email, okay? The email you use with PayPal. Mr. got cooked. I got so cooked. Here we go. Oh, Ian Lightfoot. Stamp card. Nice. I got so cooked. It was so hot. I was really shocked at the amount of people there. The amphitheater filled all the way up. And I don't know how many people it seats, but it was a gigantic crowd. I think we must have stood in line just to get checked in for like over an hour. So we just stood there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to be seated. And then there's like this pretty large food court, and it was swamped with, it was like an ocean of people. It was interesting. You saw the license plate. I thought it would mostly just be people from like St. Louis and Kansas City. No. There were people from all over the country, like New York and California, Florida, Texas. You ran into all the license plates. So people just fly in. I assume they fly in or they drive in for fun and to go watch a show in a place they've never been. So I guess that's what people do. They do that for fun. But yeah, there were like, there were like tour buses with people in it. There were people driving like campers. It was all of it. And they had this really massive parking lot. Now, I'd already known this because I'd been to the amphitheater before. But it was so full. This time, I'd never seen it like that before. It was really full. Heat syncope is no joke. Avoid sunlight at all cost. Yeah, she didn't faint, by the way. She said she felt lightheaded. Here we are. She took off some of her clothing, but not all of it. But she was trying to cool down. It was not working. Here we go. Yeah, it was so hot, dude. It was 90 degrees with stifling humidity because it was raining. But you had to keep your car window up because it was raining so hard. So you just couldn't, your car was just like an oven. And there were people going around, like security guys going around saying, stay in your car. We had lightning. Please stay in your car. What some people were doing is they were climbing outside and then just like sitting inside of their car with an umbrella. We didn't have anything like that. So we just sit in our car and we're like, how long can we tolerate the heat? Heat exhaustion. People are vacationing there right now, just seeing the show as part of their vacation. Yeah, exactly. So there were a lot of people that from all over the place. And yeah, he drew a very large crowd. I didn't know this. Karis bought us $250 tickets. So she spent lavishly to get us like front row seats. So I wasn't too far away from him. I could like literally see him. I did not know she did that. It was also really loud. But yeah, we were pretty close to the front. Just a few rows ahead of us, really. There was kind of like this caged in area that was like 3 rows deep. And they were the actual front row. And then we were pretty much like a row behind that. So we were like maybe 5-6 rows away at most. So we were just right in front of him. And yeah, it was interesting. You would think that seeing him so close in person was very cool. But it's like, he doesn't look at you. You're not talking to him. You can't touch him. And he's just addressing the crowd when he talks. So it's almost like unnecessary. They actually had these really big TVs that zoom in on his face. And I found myself mostly looking at those TVs. So I was like, well, this is no different than watching the special at home from the comfort of my air-conditioned couch. All right, what we got? Aha! Very nice. Here's a hollow. Mr. got the rich boy seats. Yeah, so Mr. being cheap with the car AC. Well, the car AC doesn't really work unless you're driving it. If you're just idling, it won't get cold. Yeah, it won't get cold. Oh, wow, look at that. That's pretty good. Is 6 watching? 6, close your eyes, 6. There you go. Very nice, Mr. Jeff. All right. And we'll grab this. Put that over there. It's the humidity that got you, Karis. Yeah, I was sweating up a storm. And you climb into those tiny little seats. 90-degree weather. Sun's still burning you. You're getting rained on. Everything's wet. And then the craziest thing, a huge mist rolls in. You almost can't see in front of you. So much mist. So this giant mist rolls in at some point right before it starts. And the seats are so crammed. Everyone's got their like body on you. You're like being touched from the left. You're being touched from the right. You're that close to each other. Nobody can walk next to you without rubbing against your legs. And it's just like, oh, geez, dude. No room at all. So very, very uncomfortable. And again, the worst part, after sitting in that stupid little seat for like 4 hours or however long we sat there, it might have been 3 hours. Dude, I had so much back pain. It was so bad. It was such bad back pain by the end. I was so uncomfortable. Here we are. Mister, I replied to your live stream. I'm old. Haha. No problem, man. Thanks. Appreciate it, Mr. Oscar. All right. And there's a hollow. Sticky situation. Didn't sound like it was worth it. Yeah, that was our conclusion. By the end of the night, we finally climb into our car. It's like 11:30-ish. we climb into our car and we look at each other and we're like, that was awful. We were thinking about it. And I asked her, I was like, was that better than just watching it on Netflix at home with like dinner? She's like, definitely not. So I don't think we would do that again. But maybe if it was an indoor event with like better seating. But he just draws such a gigantic crowd. Like even when we were trying to drive home, you just couldn't. You just had to wait in line for like 2 hours to get on the road. It was crazy. There were a bunch of cops directing the traffic. And yeah, it was really, really packed. But there was a good energy there. Everyone was really in a great mood. There was a lot of drinking. It was pretty exclusively young people. So that was fun because Lake of the Ozarks has a lot of elderly people in it. It's like, it's the countryside and boats are expensive. So you get a lot of old white guys come out here to retire with their wife. And but it was just lots and lots and lots of young people from, I presume, all over the U.S., but especially probably the Midwest. And, probably lots of local people, too, like us. It was a good experience overall. It was an interesting thing, a little bit of an adventure. But we had been to the amphitheater before, and it was not as crowded. And so when it's less crowded, it's actually a better experience when it's less crowded. When it's so crowded, you can't get seats where you're not, like, touching someone. Because the seats, I'm telling you, they're tiny. Like, your arms just spill over into the other seat. Let me try and express the narrowness of these seats. The armrest is a little metal bar, and that little metal bar is about this wide. So you have a metal bar about this wide separating you from the other chair to your side. And your arm just rests on top of this, and they could try to rest their arm on top of it too, but they just can't. And so I was next to a girl on my right, and Karis was on my left, and we were just poking each other the whole night. You just couldn't get away from them. All right, here we go. Put this over here. I've never been a fan of in-live sports and comedy. They're always cramped, hot, and loud. Yeah, and then there were some really crazy moments, too. Somebody had some kind of medical problem in the front row with us. And so for I swear to God, it took almost a half hour. There were all these medics running at top speed. They were running as fast as they could, all these medics. And they had lights. Because it was nighttime now, and so the sun was down, but they had all these lights set up. It was like, wee woo, wee woo. They were running in. They were rushing some young girl. I think she fainted, and maybe it was the heat. So I think she fainted or something, or maybe she drank too much. But they had to bring a stretcher out. They had to lift, 4 burly men had to lift her out of the seat. In the meantime, Tom Segura is standing on stage talking about how much meth and cocaine Hitler used to do. So that was his routine at the moment. And I was like, I can't pay attention to the routine. I'm too distracted by what's going on in the seats. And so it was an interesting experience overall. All right, but I heard a lot of jokes that I'd never heard from him, and that was maybe the best part. So the best part is you get a lot of jokes from Tom Segura that you've never heard before. And here you go, Jeff. I'm going to put these in a separate bag, Jeff. All right. There we go. I'll grab this bag here. That's my armrest. Yeah. It's kind of funny because, I was crowding into Karis's chair on her side, and then this really big guy sits down on her other side, and so she was just pinched between us. So I was like, I wouldn't want to have her seat, basically, but here we are. And then she was suffocating. Her outfit was leaving her too hot. There we go. Okay, put this over here. She would go to the bathroom a couple times throughout the show, but the reason she went wasn't because she actually had to go to the bathroom. She was going because she was getting so hot that she felt like she was going to faint. So she went off to the bathrooms to just literally undress and cool down in the bathroom. Can you believe that? So she was just undressing completely and then standing around in a, one of those cubicles, just cooling down for a while. I don't understand it because it didn't seem like everyone else was dying of heat exhaustion. And I'm a person who gets very hot. I hate heat. So I was surprised that I was tolerating it and she wasn't. But I have a theory that she was also maybe experiencing anxiety. So that's my theory. Mr. Jeff, congratulations on your signature. All right. So, I have a secret to share about the Sword Art Onlines. So that was a box from the previous case. I swear on my Pokemon cards that's true. So the previous case of Sword Art Online had another signature in it, and Jeff pulled it. Okay, just so you guys know, just for the vultures, for the guys who count that kind of stuff. Aaron wrote 2 Japanese classics, 1 Scarlet Japanese pack. You got it. All right, Japanese and 2 Japanese classics, right? You got it, man. Good luck, Aaron. She just needed some nose nachos. Nah. We did have nachos, though. They had nachos at the... So, it turned out they've got a ton of food there. Tons of it. Giant corn dogs, giant hot dogs. And they got some really good-looking nachos. So, we did get a round of nachos, literally. And they had gigantic pretzels. They had hamburgers. They had barbecue. They had... There was a pizza truck. There was, I saw so much, but I'm like trying to remember it all. One thing they definitely had a lot of is alcohol, man. They had these giant venues open for all kinds of alcoholic drinks. They're like mixing them up. They had like frozen alcohol drinks. Everyone had alcohol but us. I don't drink. And Karis does, but she told me she didn't want to drink because she thinks it would have like made her feel bad. All right, there we are. I think she was experiencing some anxiety. I think that's really what was going on. Aaron Roach, Mr. Aaron. Oh, we started you a new bag. Oh, look. This is the empty Charlie Brown box. If you want it, $15. That includes the shipping already, okay? All right. Welcome to my Alpha Male podcast. Step number 1. Good guys finish last. There we go. Women don't want a nice guy. Good advice, right? Okay, we have Juan Diaz. I'm back. 3 more Legend of Blue Eyes. You got it. 3 more Legend of Blue Eyes. It burns when I pee, but it feels kind of nice. Toss this over here. Do I need more blue eyes? If you'll excuse me, I need more blue eyes. My habibi, he had blue eyes. Where are my blue eyes? Aha! Yeah, I don't know what was with the comedy routines, but there were an awful lot of jokes about being gay for some reason. There you go. Very good. And that's what really got the crowd going, too, by the way. So if you think about it, I guess it actually explains itself. The audience was laughing loudest when they were talking about being gay. Yep. One of the comedians had a whole routine about, like, orgies. It's like, Jesus. He kept going back to it. And that's what you do in an orgy. And if you want to get out of the orgy fast... All right. That's very common these days. It's because they saw you, mister, and started making gay jokes. Hey! That's it. Let's see. Put this back. All right, you ready? Mister, who's your most favorite comedian? Ooh, that's a tough question. All right, I think I'm going to name some comedians who I think are the best right now. I haven't heard him in a while, though. Mr. Garvaeus, right? It's Steve Garvaeus, right? Wait, is it Stevie? Steve? The British guy. It's Steve, right? No, it's not Steve Garvaeus, right? Who's the British comedian? Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais. There you go. Steve, Ricky. That's pretty close. They're the same guy. Ricky Gervais. How did I get Steve? I mean, Steve and Ricky sound like 2 names that would have come from the same time period. So I guess that part checks out. All right, there we go. Ricky Gervais. I haven't heard any stand-up specials from him in a while, though. Okay, number 2. And I don't necessarily say he's number 2, but just that he's on the list. Probably it would be C.K. Lewis. C.K. Lewis remains very, very good. Even though he got in trouble for, I guess, jerking off in front of a lady. So, and she didn't want that, you know, so it was kind of a bad thing. She like told on him. But despite that, despite you know, that kind of stuff, he is still very, very good at comedy. I'm having this sense, this feeling that comedians are a little sexually weird. I'm getting that sense. I'm getting this feeling that comedians, maybe they're extra sexual, or they're just like, I don't know, maybe more curious or more adventurous. I'm not sure. Have you guys noticed that about comedians? Comedians are, they're a bit odd. I've never heard anyone pronounce his name like that. Gervais. There, mister, it's just the times. There we go. All right. Yeah, I swear, most of the jokes were just about doing drugs and various types of having sex. And a lot of it was like making fun of homosexuals, making fun of gay sex, and then saying, but I've only had a little bit of it. You know what I mean? So that was most of their jokes. All right. Or getting like mommy dommed or something like that. One of those. So, let's get this into your bag, Mr. Juan Diaz. Thank you for coming back. You got a nice tri-horn dragon. All right. Joe Biden is a good comedian. I used to do comedy and I'm pretty degenerate. That just shows you the times we live in. Mister, what 3 packs are running and what are the prices? Let's show off the breaks. Only alpha males get into Pokemon card breaks. Here we go. So, we got 2 vintage packs, Dark Explorers and Sandstorm. Let's check this out first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 4 people left in Dark Explorers. That one's coming down to the end. Ricky at the Golden Globes makes alpha male moves. My favorite comedian is I Show Speed. I Show Speed. I don't know that one. Here we are. And then we've got this Breakpoint break. It's got 1 person in it so far. We like Breakpoint a lot. Very popular. I need a Blue Eyes in my life. Yes. Okay. So now we got Nathan Gordon, 5 Paldean. I think you mean Paldean Fates. Remember, there's also Paldean Evolved. So you got to tell me which one you mean, okay? So if you need Paldean Fates, you got to say Paldean Fates. All right, I just ordered some more Paldean Fates. Yeah, I already have some, but a guy made a nice offer to me, and if you make me a nice offer, I'll bite. So if you ever need to get rid of some cards and you know you want to sell it at a nice price, reach out to your old buddy, your old pal, Mr. Cardconomist. I'll cut you a deal. Speed is trash. WTF. Speed is a YouTuber, not a comedian. Well, I mean, you know, they can kind of cross over a little bit, yeah, right? Comedians are making money on YouTube, so toss this over here. All right, Nathan Gordon. Haha. Oh, wiggly stuff. Very good. Tom Segura tells a lot of jokes about killing his wife. So he had a whole routine going on about him and his wife talking about killing his wife. Oh, woo, very nice, Nathan. Picking up alternative art Gardevoir. All right, beautiful, man. And he talks a lot about his children, Paldean Student. So he tells us about basically his day-to-day life with his kids, and he does make it funny. But I will have to say, I think there's a point where the kid jokes they're a bit long, you know, like they go on, don't they? So I think that when it comes to his material, he has to make sure what he's talking about is really funny to compete with the other stuff he talks about. There you go, Nathan Gordon. I think the loudest laugh came when he was talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, and he said the more money men have, the younger they like their wives to be, or their girls to be. And so he's talking about Leonardo DiCaprio a bunch, and then right after that, he moves the joke on to Jeffrey Epstein. And so he's making this parallel between them, Leonardo DiCaprio and Jeffrey Epstein. He goes, now Jeffrey Epstein, he had more money than Leonardo DiCaprio. So it was all right. That got a really big laugh out of the crowd. The crowd liked that one. Here we are. It was kind of interesting because he had his phone, and anytime the joke did good, he would stop and you could see he was writing it down in the phone that the joke did well. Which I'd never seen a comedian do that before. So before they actually get their Netflix special, they're testing their jokes out on regular people who are coming to their shows. Nathan Gordon, you didn't... Oh, you know, you do have a box. You're the Nathan with the box. Here we are. All right. Do you think Messi or Ronaldo's better? Oh, I definitely like Ronaldo the best. I don't know. I should get into a sport, man. I should have one sport that I really get into. He was probably working out new bits. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He had his cell phone on a chair, and when a bit got a big laugh, he walked over to it and he like hit a few buttons on his phone. So you could see he was leaving notes on what did well. There was also a bit that did poorly, and he said, okay, so Lake of the Ozarks doesn't like this joke. Here we are. So he walked over to his phone, and you could see him doing the same thing. There you go. All right. It was pretty interesting. I thought it was really interesting. Mister's a Ronaldo fan. I don't know the difference between Messi and Ronaldo. Jeff is back with the huge order. He says, 1 box of EV Heroes. Where are my EVs? 4 from Nightmares. 4 from Nightmares. I gotta get a fresh box of 4 from Nightmares. He says 4 OP8. I've never been into baseball, but I'm going to the Dodgers game for the HoloLive X-Dodgers MLB cards. Oh, you're going for those HoloLive cards, huh? Crazy. Dion Cole used to do that with the pencil and paper as a bit. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha. 4 OP8, 2 Fantasia. That's over here. 2 Sneaker Bunkos. 2 sneakers. Shane Gillis is great. Really funny. Okay, 4. So we need the From Nightmares. Let me go get a fresh box of From Nightmares. All right, here we are. Fresh box. Okay. Whew. Grab this. Did you receive the OP PSA card already? Will you be grading it? No, I did not receive that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I do have some weird One Piece cards. I don't know. Somebody sent them to me as a gift. A vendor did. I didn't know what I was looking at. Let me show you. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, here it is. He only sent a couple, I guess. Alright, I didn't get a lot of these. I thought I did. He only sent a couple. Maybe they're expensive. You ever seen these? I got no clue about them. Maybe I should save one for TikTok or something. Yeah, some vendor sent me this. Didn't have any clue. Yo, those are promos. I didn't have any clue what they were because I'm not a One Piece fan myself. I do sell them, but I don't always understand them. All right. So he just gave those to me for free, and I was just going to send them off to grade and sell them when they came back. I should save one of these for a short. Set it over here for now. All right. They're promos, not horrible. Yeah, I mean, I If they grade 10, I don't know what they go for as a 10, but if they go for a lot, it's going to surprise me because that vendor probably sold me some case of cards for a couple $100 and then gave me all those promos. And if those promos grade and sell for a couple $100, it's almost like he gave me the case for free. So I don't know what to... he sent me a lot of stuff. He sent me some Pokemon promos. He sent me some Dragon Ball promos. And then he sent me a couple One Piece promos. I was like, what the hell is this? So every now and then, the vendor's very nice. All right. But, you know, there's always 1,000,001 cards out there, guys. They're just printing more stuff like that all the time. All the time they're making stuff like that. He wants you to do business with them again. He got you. Yeah, that's right. He did get me. It's a $10 promo. Okay, so there you go. Not really too crazy of a thing. You know, if it grades 10, I bet you it sells for a little more than $10 if it grades 10. All right, here we go. Fantasia Bunko. Ready? We're always watching Fantasia Bunko because this could be a big pull. That's a pretty nice card. I like that holo. All right, that's Kaido. You did it. You pulled Kaido. All right. Okay. But yeah, every now and then a vendor does that. He sends me some little bonus thing. And occasionally it's a bonus thing worth a lot of money. Darn. Still looking for more sexy full arts and more signatures to pop out of Fantasia. Mister, that one box of pony I was telling you about is up to 5K now in the bid war. Damn, dude. Did you guys hear that? $5,000 for box of My Little Pony. All right. Here we are. Ooh. Some of these cards, man. Okay, one more pack. Here goes. Okay, oh, Naked Girl. One of the only sets to feature a fully naked character. Nipples out and everything. Only ever got 1 SP from a Bunko pack. Not a ton of luck there, and they are a bit pricey. Oh, I agree. They're pricey. Yeah, they are pricey. That's just how it is. Here we are. I heard that the Mio's like $1,000 card right now. All right. Like over 1,000. Still got a little more to open for you. We got these Clouds. White Mage. Here's Ifrit. Y'shtola. We had Behemoth. Sophie. I bought a cookie. I got a big, delicious cookie at this event. And you know what I did? I threw it away. You know why? Because I'm not supposed to be eating dessert. I bought it on a impulse. And then I looked at it while we were sitting down together, Karis and I was like, you know what? I shouldn't be eating this stuff. So I took the cookie and I threw it away. I felt like that character in The Office. Remember The Office, that TV show? When Michael leaves and then Will Ferrell takes over. Remember that? Will Ferrell takes over as the manager for a little while. And he would like buy like a cake or something like that. And then he'd throw it away because he's like, oh no, I lost all this weight because I gave up sweets. I wanted to eat that cookie though, man. It was a premium cookie. But I threw it away after I bought it because I was like, bad Cardconomist. Can't be eating that stuff. Today, I had sushi. And I had 2 drumsticks, chicken drumsticks. And then later I had a bowl of ramen. It was full of mushrooms and bamboo shoots and seaweed. So I had a pretty salty meals today. Oh, and I had nachos, which that's not really too healthy for you. But boy, did I sweat a lot today. So maybe it all balances out a little bit. But what I didn't do is I didn't have any sweets. There were no sweets at all. And man, it's hard to do that because sugar's like a drug itself, man. I swear to God, it's like a drug. Here we are. Just sitting right there at the counter. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing sugar. Yeah, everyone's selling, buying sugar. People around me have like licorice. They got ice cream. They got one of these big ass cookies. And I'm like, I'm going to get me one of those cookies. We're having fun today. I'm going to have a cookie today. Right? That's the feeling. And it was a $7 cookie too. It was huge. And it looked really good. And then I took it and I threw it in the trash. I bought it and I threw it away because I said, what would be worse than buying it and throwing it away would be buying it and then eating it like an idiot. So I threw it away. It was really tough to do that. There's no one there to judge you eating a cookie when you're surrounded by a million people who are eating cookies. You know what I mean? Eating some kind of delicious thing. These neurochemical adaptations in response to intermittent sugar intake mimic the effects of opiates. Wow, very big words there, Zen Like Panda. How's it going, man? I'm glad you're hanging out tonight. Welcome to my very late night stream. We started way off schedule. Karis and I, when we got home, we were so exhausted. I cooked up a little food for us. That's why I had the ramen. And we just laid down on the couch a little while. We went to the bedroom, laid down to get comfortable. And she fell asleep against me. And I couldn't wake her up. I felt so bad. So I kind of napped. That's why I showed up so late. We are. So that's where I was. Just spending some quality time together. We are leafy on. Opiates, over sugar, no diabetes. Not even a nibble. Not even a nibble. I didn't even open up the packaging for the cookie. There's a clear packaging. Big, thick, chunky chocolate chip cookie. Looks so good. And everyone around me had some kind of dessert. They had like ice cream. There were funnel cakes. Oh, everyone's got ice cream, funnel cakes. They had like nerd ropes or something like that. You know, it's like there's something you get at the fair, right? So they had like those candy ropes, and yeah, and I just had to watch everyone around me enjoying themselves. I was like, bad me, no sugar. So I threw it away. And that's my tale for you today. I almost caved. I almost gave in. There we are. All right. Not even having one bite is crazy. Mister, what do I need to do to ship out my case of SV base? Oh, so we never made a trade on that? Yes, if you've got a case of Scarlet Violet base, you're probably wondering if you owe shipping on it. I think you do. I think that the agreement, if you win the case, is that you do have to order a round of shipping if you don't choose to open it. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you decide to open it here on the channel, then it just ships out with your regular stuff. But if you want it shipped to you sealed, then that's a whole job. We got to like pack it up, and it's going to have a separate, and it's going to be very heavy from all the bulk. So it'll be a $9 shipment, and then we'll get it all set up for you. Here we are. Mister is the only thick milkshake I drink. Sounds like you didn't have fun there. I didn't, and I did. It was like an experience, you know? But I don't think I'd do it twice. But I'm glad I did it one time. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's a little too hot. It was too hot. It was too rainy. It was stiflingly hot. There was not a single breeze. Not even one small breeze. It was completely still wind. And the fog rolled in. You could barely see. Yeah, it was just a swelteringly hot day. I think we're having like record heat temperatures this year, aren't we? I think I heard that on the news for Missouri. Record heat. I mean, it's only like a week into July, and it's like 90-something degrees. But in the sun, it feels like 100. There we go. I forgot to mention I don't need the hollows. All right, sounds good. It's early for me, mister. Nice. Set this over here. All right. Gordy box, please. Now he's got the flower lady, the flower girl box. Okay. Sounds like comedians are a bunch of perverts. Yeah, dude, there were so many BJ jokes. It's like everything was a BJ joke. And Trevor, his biggest joke was about his girlfriend watching adult content and then telling him he has to go down on her for a long time. And that's kind of like, there was a whole routine to that. And yeah, so it was about giving a girl cunnilingus. Whoever uses that word, cunnilingus. But yeah, it was about going down on his girlfriend. And, you know, he talked about like sexual insecurities and stuff like that. So that's really interesting. And like the whole routine was just, it was almost only sex. And then he moves on to another comedian who I'd never heard or seen before. But I feel like his jokes were actually pretty funny. And almost the entire routine was strictly about orgies. That was it, orgies. And at the end, he kind of ends with like, yeah, and it was a gay orgy. You know what I mean? So I was like, what? We are all right. Mr. Jeff. Let's pop this in here. Thank you, Jeff. Do you still cut packs or cards? People can request to have their own booster packs or slabs or whatever are destroyed. I don't recommend it. I don't know why people would do that. I wouldn't do it. We got Vulpix. We got Charizard. And we've got Claydol. Okay. We've got Tom Lamuth. I need my daily waifu opening. Can I get a Hololive premium box? Tom Lamuth. What's up, Tom? Welcome back. Okay, are you ready? All right. Toss this over here. Do you still cut packs or cards? LA? Hololive. How long have we been live? Has it really already been an hour? Holy cow, man. How does the time go by so fast? Okay, good luck to Tom Lamuth. Good luck, Tom. Tonight has not been bad so far. Good pull so far. How much for that Japanese Neo Suicune? Ooh, that's the one with the really good swirl. Yeah, so we're still pricing up some of my expensive cards. It gives you guys an idea of what I've really got. And I mentioned that I'm open to trades on those cards. I'm looking for trades. We are. Including trades for sealed product, vintage product, modern product, and junk slabs. So if you got a whole bunch of junk slabs and you're tired of looking at them and you don't want to list every single one of them one at a time on eBay so that they can sell for $5 to $10 or whatever, you can try to consolidate all of them into one big order like a snowball and have me acquire them for like either a slab specifically that you wanted, that you saw, or even this thing called a slab store credit that can only be used on a slab. There we are. Aha, the Orca. Another Boeing plane down. Really? All right, Mr. Tom. But what I'm doing first, I'm just making sure the line stays short. So that's the first thing I'm working on. Are you only interested in slabs or raw cards as well? So I did have somebody offer me raw cards. Boy, it's really hard to trust the value of those raw cards. It really is. So, but if you make me a generous offer with raw cards, I'll consider it. But man, it's so much easier to deal only in slabs because slabs are a little more standardized. But yeah, I mean, like let's say you got a big bag of cards like Tom here, and you said, all right, there's no major hits in the bag. What could I get out of this? You know what I mean? You could potentially take your bag that you already have with me. Maybe you hate the bag. Maybe you didn't pull what you wanted and try to turn it into some kind of trade. That's possible. Please be patient with me, though, because I'm so swamped these days. It's very hard for me to respond to anything. You can also make the transaction easier by doing a lot of work on your side, like figuring out prices, last sold, cheapest buy now, comparison rates, totals, that kind of stuff. Let's talk about the breaks. Sandstorm break, $50, only 9 spots. Dark Explorers, black and white era, $16. Breakpoint, there's 5 booster packs, $11. I like that one the most. I like the Breakpoint one the most. Can I send you a message on the trade for the Suicune? Yeah, so Discord is a great place to reach out over that kind of stuff. Discord, Instagram is possible, email is possible. If you need to talk to me on Discord, you might have to send me a friend request first. All right. So, let's see. We got $60 on Coinbase. Is that Mr. LaFlame? You're a keeper, mister. Aw, that's so nice. It was their cheat day, mister. Who's cheat day? So I got a $60 order, Mr. LaFlame. Is that you? I feel like it's either Waldbeer or Mr. LaFlame. Jumping down here. Not me. That's me. Oh, it's Josu. What's up, Josu? What can I get for you? Mr. Josu. Solana's popular, huh? I know you're a very busy person. I'm just going to J-U jump into breakpoint. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Mr. Josu, we're ready. Just let me know what it is we're opening. Sent the order via PayPal. Oh, okay, cool. Solana will make me a millionaire in 2025. Nice, dude. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Midnight Suwazo, he has a pretty big order. Mister, let me get 20 of the Star Wars Family Guy, 80 on my slab, 1 Pokebrew, 15 Japanese Classic, also a box sort, and send my Strong Rick signature to PSA. Whoa! Get comfy, guys. Midnight Suwazo with the big order here. You ready? All right. Strong Rick. He's talking about this. That's a sketch. We're going to have more Rick and Morty cards over here in no time, because when I discovered that you guys were opening them, I said, all right, I better put in an order for more of these. So don't sell your Solana. I'm hodling to the moon. I had to sell some, though. You know, I had to pay my taxes. So I had to put a lot of money together for taxes. And then on top of that, you spend that money removing my inventory, right? Well, I got to restock that inventory. So that money's got to be spent. Here it is, Midnight Swazo. That money's got to be spent, sir. I've got to spend it, or else I will run out of product. Okay. But I do hold some crypto. Not as much as you probably. You're the crypto expert. I think I'm a little less comfortable. We are. Boop. Crypto is a little scarier for me. I mean, it seems like it's the thing, doesn't it? It seems like it's the future. The government can't print it. You know, a public, whatever they call it, list. What do they call that? I can't remember. The concept of it being decentralized, you got all these crypto farms, crypto miners providing the tasks that allow it to be encrypted and, you know, authenticated. Yeah, it seems really, really cool. I'm scared of a few concepts with crypto. The government bans it. Somebody actually does figure out how to hack the methods. So, like, maybe quantum computing makes it possible to hack crypto. But then again, if it can hack crypto, why wouldn't it be able to hack most online things? So who knows? But that kind of, you know, considering crypto is so unregulated and is so global, I feel like hackers would definitely target crypto first. If quantum computing could somehow break into, like, I guess the apps or the wallets. I don't know exactly how it would all work. But the technology side of it scares me a little bit. Just because I know technology changes so much and it becomes so advanced so quickly. And so some other problems is crypto inflation. Too many cryptocurrencies all competing with each other. So it's in my opinion, it's still in a very speculative stage. And so for me, having some of it kind of makes sense, but I'm scared to have a lot of it. I'm just kind of a coward about it. It's ironic because I hold a lot of Pokemon cards, but I don't know. I'm good with Pokemon cards. That's just how it is. So my skill is with card collecting. All right. Seems like the world's biggest Ponzi scheme. No, there's legitimate uses for cryptocurrency. It took me a long time to agree with that, but I do see it now. I've done a lot of international orders where it was done with cryptocurrency rather than relying on all these different banks. So, I mean, why isn't that any more legitimate than just a regular bank? So I like it. I'm a fan. I'm just scared to hold too much at a time in case something really goes wrong. All right, 20 Star Wars Family Guy packs. You got it, man. All right. The issue with hacking crypto is the blockchain. The blockchain accounts for every transaction within the realm of crypto. They don't really have to hack that. They just have to hack, like, you know, maybe like the processors, for example, Coinbase or something like that. But I guess they could target banks too. I don't know. But so quantum computing scares me a little bit when it comes to the supposedly unhackable cryptocurrencies. But, you know, their stock market maybe could be hacked and everything else. But I know it's a little weird. It's a little different because your money in the bank will be protected by the government and is backed by gold. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, but with cryptocurrency, that's not true. So cryptocurrency, if it's gone, you hope that Coinbase will replace it, but maybe they won't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I don't know what would happen. So we got 11 there. I'm just a little nervous about it. All right. I love the feel of a crisp $100 bill, especially in my hands. Yeah, so and that's a physical measure of money, and so that can't be hacked. It's weirdly unhackable. Gold can't be hacked. It can be stolen, it can be melted, it can be lost. It can't be hacked. And so there's something nice about that, but I feel gold's really outdated. You know, they're trying to make those gold-backed bills. Did you guys see those? Dollar bills made out of gold. That's really interesting. I already knew this. 11? Why did I recount it? 11. U.S. dollars backed by bonds. Bonds are backed by the Fed. Fed keeps printing the U.S. dollar. Repeat. Yeah, that's true. But then, you know, you could talk about other things. I'm not like holding cash, you're right? But I'm holding a home, for example, that I purchased with cash. So you're right. Things keep inflating, but you don't have to sit on cash. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But, you know, when it comes to money printing, one thing that does make me nervous about cryptocurrencies is that they kind of money print too, in a way, right? So I would say the largest way that cryptocurrencies keep money printing is that there's just always a new cryptocurrency. In fact, when one of the cryptocurrency becomes too large, I feel like it slows down a little bit, and then people start going, all right, what's the next coin that's going to give me those double-digit returns? And so that mindset kind of scares me a little bit. It's very speculative. If you speculate right, you're going to become a millionaire. So I genuinely hope you do. And I hope when you score big in cryptocurrency, you remember your friend TheCardconomist and come open some cards with me, right? So, but that's what we do over here. We're very good with collectibles, which is its own speculative thing. Probably a bit more speculative, in fact, than cryptocurrency. That's the funny thing. So I tell you, I'm more comfortable with cards. But it's like, I feel like the cards are even more speculative than the cryptocurrency markets at this point. Because it's just, you know, it's a kid's toy. But I look at it like art. I look at it like a collectible form of art. And art's been around for a very long time. People, you know, rich people have been collecting art for a very, very long time. So nowadays, you don't wait for the latest, you don't wait for the latest ancient painting to go up for sale. Nowadays, you look for your favorite card set. So art has changed a little bit, in my opinion. There's this whole group of people who buy collectible cards, whereas in the past, they would have been bidding on the Mona Lisa or something like that, right? All right. Cryptocurrency is not getting hacked. Lol. Hey, I went to school for computer science. I graduated with a computer science degree. I was head of the computer science club at Lindenwood University, where we did a whole event around encryption. And you're saying it can't be hacked is ridiculous because everything can be hacked. Everything. So the reason it's not hackable is because they've done the reverse of encryption, basically. Well, they've encrypted it in a certain way. But that requires a whole process. That process can be undone. It's just a matter of computing power. So this idea that it's not hackable is definitely wrong. Everything is hackable. There's virtually nothing in the world that's unhackable. It's all hackable, 100%. Just a matter of who has the computing power to do it. The computing power and the computer scientists. It's all hackable. Here we go. What do we got? All right. Yeah, never say that about computers, because it's the basis of computers that it can all be hacked. BZ market cap 1 trillion, gold 15 trillion, stock market 50 billion. We're still early. That's what that's what I hope for too. Like I said, I actually hold some, so I hope that too. I just probably don't hold as much as you. I'm a little too nervous. Spoofing a transaction seems very plausible if done correctly. The blockchain tracks all crypto no matter where it goes or what movement it makes. Here we are. All right. Familiar song. Here's Han Solo. Here's Interrogation. Okay, we've got Cleveland and C-3PO. The story begins. Battle begins. Crypto is more hijackable, not actually hackable. Right, well, I mean, you can call it whatever you want. Somebody learns how the process works, and if they have the computing power and they have the scientists, they find some way to exploit it and steal. Now, most cryptocurrency theft will probably just be like getting into people's computers, into their cell phones, but you never know. There are countries working on this thing called quantum computing, where currently we have our computers currently work, what do they call it? In binary. And what this means is that it's ones and zeros, right? And binary is sort of like, it's kind of like a linear way of computing a mathematical equation. It's linear. But quantum computing changes all that. It becomes exponential. So now it goes from linear to exponential. Linear, you remember, is just a straight line like this. But exponential is kind of like a curve like this. So a quantum computer can process things. It can process 1 and 0 at the same time, which has never been really done very well before. And that changes the power of the computer's ability to process a math equation. So the way encryption really works, the reason you can't break into the bank because it's encrypted, is protected, is because it would take a computer 100 million years to finish the math equation to reveal the password to get into that computer, to get into the bank's computer. So it would take 100 million years to do that. You'd all be dead by then, right? That's the idea of encryption. Yes, the math problem can be solved by the computers, but it would take too long. But if you get a quantum computer that can exist in 2 states, 1 and 0 at the same time, it might be able to solve those math equations in a second. So it could change everything. So this is why having some physical goods like a home or maybe literally gold, it's not, a lot of the gold guys, they're all doomsday scenario guys, but it's still possible. They're almost hoping for it, especially gold guys who are all in. They're hoping for a true monetary collapse, and they're hoping for a solar flare to wipe out all of our electronics, because if it happens, they're the rich guys now. So they kind of pray for that kind of stuff. But the thing is, there is a bit of chance for it, even if it's low. There's always a bit of chance for like the computers to be truly hackable, or for a solar flare or something, an EMP comes out and wipes everything out. It's not impossible for that to occur. And then all of a sudden it flips. The gold guys are the richest guys in the world. Han Solo. Ooh, look, you got another piece of the puzzle. That's so cool. Most don't actually hold the gold. No. Some of them really do. They hold them in big vaults. They hide them. They hide them in different places. They store them in official vaults. So you're right. Some people are buying like gold mining stocks or stuff like that, or like a piece of paper that says, I owe you gold. So you're right. Those guys, it almost doesn't make sense, right? But they must be guys who just really like gold. And they're betting that their gold promises will be fulfilled. Gold ETFs. Yeah, exactly. Imagine investing in gold in 2024. TIE fighters. Now, I don't try to... There's a lot... It's kind of like the console wars, PlayStation versus Xbox versus PC. I don't participate too much in those kind of asset wars. All I can say is I specialize in cards. I'm very good at them. I understand them very well, and this is my gold mine, is understanding collectibles. But yeah, I get it. I mean, cryptocurrency could be the future. It's so obvious that every single government eventually abuses their monetary system and collapses it. So, it feels like that's what the U.S. is doing, and we badly want a solution. We badly want a solution to that. We want to say, hey, cryptocurrency is the future. We can replace the government with cryptocurrency. We don't need the government if we got cryptocurrency. The truth of the matter is, though, in the end, it's not really the mechanics of the currency that matters the most. What really matters about a currency is who's got enough guns to make you use it. So the government has enough guns to say you will use Fed coin or you'll go to jail. So real power doesn't come out of the mechanisms of the currency. And when I say mechanisms, I'm referring to like Solana or Bitcoin, the blockchain. Those are all mechanisms of how currency might work. None of that really matters in the end. The government's got guns. They can point it at you and say, you don't own Solana anymore. You're going to own US Fed coin and that's it. So real power comes from a gun, not from clever software coding. That's the other reason that I'm nervous about cryptocurrencies, is if the US government really bans them ever. China already kind of does. I think what's going on is countries are trying to debate who's going to win in a cryptocurrency future, and if the United States government decided it's not going to win, it's going to ban it. So that's what's going to happen, and that makes me nervous, especially if they make their own cryptocurrency, right? U.S. Fed coin or whatever. All right, let's keep going. Real power comes from Zapdos. All right, here we go. China just launched BTC ETF. Lol. Yeah, so maybe China feels like, hey, we're going to get rich from crypto, you just got to admit, it's a fun conversation, right? I'm not hating on crypto. I own a chunk of crypto. But I'm also aware of some of the, you got a double hit here. You ready? Watch this. Yeah, dude. So first you got this, and then you got this clear card. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'm not hating on it. These are fun conversations to have, It helps you decide where you want to park your money. Excuse me. Look at this. Oh, weird. It's not, this card's not as purely see-through as the other one. It's a bit cloudy on the back. I wonder why it's cloudy. Is it supposed to be cloudy? I don't think it's supposed to be cloudy like that. Cool, man. Oh, you got the same card twice. That sucks. I know nothing about this product's value, but that seemed like a good pack. Haha, I understand, mister. I love debating. Yeah, the cryptocurrency versus gold debate is never ending. And but I will say I'm not a big fan of gold. I've got a single gold coin, so that tells you everything you need to know. Gold has not performed well over time. Gold requires a true collapse. Like somehow the countries are not gone, but the currencies are. The currencies have truly collapsed. That is when gold would shine. Oh, man. So the gold guys who are betting on like precious metals, they're really hoping that everything fails for some reason. That, to me, that looks like a solar flare. It looks like some other country hacks all of our systems somehow and takes it all out of order, like truly, properly, right? Remember, it's all on a computer. So if the computers are ever knocked out, all of a sudden you need physical currencies. That would be the US dollar and gold. If the US dollar is kind of having a problem at the same time, then it really becomes gold. So they're hoping for that kind of collapse. And the crazy part is, I don't think it's impossible. I actually don't think it's impossible for it to occur. It's just highly unlikely. There we go. Protect y'all. I got more firepower than some small countries. Stewie Case Hit, where are you? Mr. Robot was a great program to watch. It's kind of about this subject. Here are TIE Fighters. I love this, TIE Fighters. Life on Tatooine, Proven Power, In the Desert, Target Hit, He's Gone. Bloop. For me, collecting Pokemon cards has done extremely well for me. But I can see that the crypto guys are doing extremely, extremely, extremely well. So if I had parked every dollar in crypto from 2019, I might be wealthier than I am right now with just cards. But it's a complex thing because I don't just earn appreciation on the cards. I actually sell them. And so it's just hard to decide. Like, what if I had been a software engineer and just bought nothing but crypto for this entire time? I might be better off than if I'd been a card shop owner who invested in cards. But I don't know. It's really hard to tell. My other investments have mostly been property. I own 2 lake houses, and they've gone up pretty well. Over time, they've gone up in price significantly. And those are, they're not truly money until I sell them, right? So it doesn't count yet. But yeah, they're doing all right. The housing market could pop before I sell them. So I'm still only wealthy in theory. I have to sell to be truly wealthy. I have to sell. We are walls closing and message is delivered. By GME, Life Straws Man, fresh water on demand. Here we are. I don't think I have the stomach to gamble too heavily on the stock market or crypto or anything. I'm more of a slow and steady guy. I'll be happy if I retire with $1 million. I'll be happy with that. We are. Training begins. Aha. I'll be happy with $1 million. And so I'm a slow and steady kind of person. Lower risk for sure. All right. Even gold will be useless when it's doomsday. Think about it. Gold is a store of value, but it's just a precious metal. It does not feed you. Yeah, I know that argument. And so basically what has to happen it has to be a collapse of the financial monetary systems, including crypto and dollar, without a true collapse of the country itself. So the country itself has to still be intact. In that case, people will say, well, what shall we trade in? And they'll say dollars and gold. And dollars are maybe inflating at that point. I don't know. Dollars are already inflating. So people are like, where do I park my dollars? Planning the attack? I can tell you where to park your dollars. You should have parked all your dollars in Evolving Skies booster boxes. Evolving, I bought them in 2021. They were $130. They are now like $700. So I don't know if that's directly comparable to cryptocurrencies. They've done pretty well, but it's not bad. It's better than the stock market, that's for sure. We are. All right, but I didn't park all my money in those Evolving Skies boxes, just a decent chunk of it at the time. Here we are. All right. Facts, Evolvings is nuts. It is. Narrow escape. Yeah, I think I saw a sold box of Evolving Skies, sold, mind you, for $800. And I was like, what the fuck? How fast are these going to go to 1,000? Okay, here we are. Or BRICS currency. Yeah, who knows what happens with that BRICS currency idea. Too late. The time of my life. Pilot found. Too fast. And Darth Vader Stewie. I feel like this is the best card right here. Okay, Darth Vader Stewie. Now that's real gold. Yeah, and I've had slabs that have gone up like 10% over the last year, 20%. I've had slabs over many years that have like tripled in price. So, but nothing seems to have done quite as good as Evolving Skies. That is a truly crazy set. I don't know why it did so well. It's just, well, it's obvious why it did so well. It's got the evolutions in it. Ooh, Death Star. Okay. Put this over here. All right. Yeah, some people say you need to invest in like guns and bullets. You know, for when the world becomes like Mad Max Fury Road. Gonna have to have guns and bullets and mother's milk. All right. I don't know if we'll go back to that kind of state of living. I don't think it'll happen. Okay, we got Visitor, Asteroids. Oh. But yeah, knowing what to own, because things go up and down in value, knowing what to own each year, it's hard to say. It's hard to say exactly what to own. There's always an asset that appreciated the very most, and you know, you should be sitting school kids down and showing them that. They're like, here's a list of the 10 items that appreciated the most in 2019. And just teach kids that in school. Kids should know that kind of stuff. Like the goal is to work for our money and then to park that money in the right thing. Okay. Interrogation. Closing in. Call for help. Rebels. Reunited. And Princess Leia Lois. My bet is on One Piece cards. Sure. I mean, One Piece cards have done well. We are. Yeah, One Piece cards. The One Piece OP1 blue bottom box English. That's really it was a tremendous investment for anyone who bought that. I don't know if that's true today. All right. Pokemon needs to make another set like Legendary Treasures. Yeah, I agree. So that's a part of his order. Midnight Sawazo. So cool, man. Thanks for letting us see that. Let's go over those hits again. So you got a lot of the puzzle pieces here. You got a couple of these Family Guy logos. I would highly recommend grading those because I think we see those for sale and they do pretty well. So these cards here, definitely nice to pull. Okay, you got a couple of these. You got two of these holographic, like die-cut cards. The Millennium Falcon and Death Star. Very nice. What's crazy is it just looks like regular Star Wars. So that's really funny. And then you got Herbert versus Stewie. And here we are. So you got 3 pieces of this, huh? That'd be cool to finish this. How do you think that's... I don't think it goes like that. So it must go like this. There must be like a third row. And, okay. Oh, right. So we got this over here, don't we? Oh, you got the same piece over here too. Oh, that sucks, dude. You got the same piece twice. Oh my god. You got the Stewie Darth Vader card. I think that would be very popular in a PSA 10. And what happens next? They're shooting the beam. Very good. All right. Blue bottom does not mean pre-errata. There is wave 1 and wave 2. Wave 2 not pre-errata. After wave 3 it is white bottom. Here we are. I don't know all the details for One Piece. Here we are. I specialize specifically in Pokemon. Okay, that was just one part of Midnight Swaza's order. My 2 cases were from wave 1. I opened 1 case and it was pre-errata. Midnight Swaza. Putting this up here. And we're going to create another bag. Well, no, let's put this in the same bag. It's not too full. It's not too full. There we go. Cool, man. Wow, what a big order, guys. Now, he said 80 on my slab. Let's go take care of that. Midnight Swazo. Mister, what do you think of the new rumored rocket set? It doesn't look like a rumor to me. It looks confirmed to me. If we're getting the new rocket set, I'm very excited. But you know what? They haven't made an official announcement. It is a rumor. You're right. It is a rumor. Let's wait for an official announcement. But if they did make one, I'd be very happy with that. 1 Pokebra. Okay, 1 Pokebra. Gotta get that out of the way. What we got in this Pokebra? You got Low and Sandslash. You're rich. Murkrow. Alcremie. Jolteon. Shaman. Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. And Roseanne's backup. Cool, man. Alright. And then he says 15 of the Japanese classic, also a box sort and semi-strong signature to PSA. So after this, we're going to do the sort, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, there we go. 15 of these. Come on, Charizard. Bill. Oak. Parasect. Oak. Switch. Energy. Bill. Computer search. Bill. Oh, Charmander. Double colorless. Water energy. Oh, that's a rough round in there, dude. You got a lot of trainers. I'm sorry, man. Classic collection can eat you alive if you get unlucky, but luckily they're cheaper than they used to be, so okay. So close. Yeah, Charizard would be pretty close to Charmeleon for sure. Jolteon looks okay. I don't know if you want to be grading a Jolteon right now. This is an old card. This is 2014. All right, you said sort your box, huh? So Midnight Sawazo, you already know about your new Star Wars pulls. They are. Set these over here, the Roseanne backup. Right. And then let's see what we got over here. Midnight Sawazo, your Rick and Morty cards. You got some really nice Rick and Morty cards in here. It's all a lie. New defense strategy, Jerry Smith. I like that one. So you got a little hollow Jerry Smith card. Charmander. Mister, are you new to Pokemon? Did I not say Charmeleon? I might have said Charmander when I meant Charmeleon. My bad. Okay, you got this bag here. Let's take a quick look. Oh. Okay, pretty cute. You got this parallel. Is that what it's called? I like the way that looks. Okay, you got some full arts here. Mimikyu. Tyranitar's not bad. Ooh, that Frostlass is cool looking, man. All right. You get this Ogerpon, this guy. I don't really know if these are worth grading. Frostlass is pretty cool. You got a little Cosmic. Okay, cool. A couple interesting things in there. Will you restock Nike? I would definitely be interested in restocking Nike. I'm trying to remember if we already have another case of it. I don't think we do. I think that might have been the last case. You guys love Nike. Yeah, you gotta grade that Gengar. Okay. Double Gengar. Gotta grade those 2 Gengars. Oh, right. A restock for Old Maid came in. I need to start filling it up. Those Pikachus are cute. That guy's gotta go. You got a Horsey in here. I'll put the Horsey over here so he's less lost. lost in the sauce. Damn, dude, you just opened a ton of those for some reason. You got some full art girls. Mr. Buy My Nike Slabs. There's demand for it. I know. We should continue talking about that if you wish, Mr. LaFlame. I'm swamped with messages and so busy. But yeah, we should continue talking about that because it's not just your Nike slabs. You got a couple other slabs too. So we should reach an agreement on those and I'll start getting those sold. Yep. I just remember I was ready to accept an agreement on the Topps cards because I'm really familiar with Topps. And I'm not as familiar with the other sets. So I was less confident with how well they'll do over time. Ready? All right, here's what we got. Here we are. Yeah, I was confident with the Topps just because let's say comfortable with the Topps because I deal with them so much. Oh, this is a cool thing. Oh, man, you got this Ampharos. Spanish, right? Yeah, Spanish. You got this Blastoise, Chansey, Squirtle. Got to consider those for sure. All right. Carvana, that's pretty neat. Hollow Alakazam. Got to consider that. Rattata. You got lots and lots of stuff. First edition Slowbro. Dark Gloom. Eevee. General Mills Pikachu. Very cool. Yeah, he's a little off. He's off center a bit. I don't know if you'd grade any of those. Kadabra, bro, slow. Yeah, bro's a little slow. He's having me do a box sort. Box sorts is kind of like $5 per bag. They take a while. All right, what do we got? Charger Bug. I don't think you're going to grade a Gaifu. Torcat's pretty cute. Oh, yeah, these Star Wars cards. I think we might have a little bit of those left. We're running low on those. We actually have a decent chunk of the Marvel Premium Weiss cards left. So I got a chunk of those booster boxes left. That's Weiss Marvel Premium with the stamps. Yeah, I got a decent chunk of those left. How much AOT do you have left? Like 3 cases, dude. I got tons of it. I got it coming out of my ears. Lots of AOT left. Trust me. Lots of it. I mean, you could grade these if you want to take a chance on them. Okay. Oh, yeah? You got some of these, huh? Set that down for you. No stamps in here? No stamps? No stamps. Okay. There you go, Mr. Suazo. You call Kadabra, Alakazam, and Charmeleon Charmander. I'm tired, dude. I was out all day. I got baked in the sun. I got heated up all day long. I don't want to hear it. I lost a couple brain cells in the sun today. I don't want to hear it. It was hot outside. I was roasting. Okay, that bottom box is full again. Put this back up here. All right, there you go. So these are old Cardos cards if you want to grade any of these. Just got some nice cards here. The Kadabra, let's stack him with any other square cut cards. That's nice. Should definitely grade the Ampharos. Okay, Kadabra's looking not too bad. Is he? Yeah, he looks okay. Death Star, this is pretty cool. This Stewie thing, these family guys. So rest these square cut cards with each other. A little Charmeleon, Roseanne backup, some girl cards, some Gengars. There you go. You got some of these to think about, yeah? All right, square cut card. There we go. Keep the square cut cards together. How much would a box sort cost for me? Oh, man, LaFlame, you're talking about a really, really, really long box sort. So for you, I don't know what the price could be, but, man, you're talking about sorting a lot of stuff for a long time. What I can tell you is you did pluck out all of the top-tier pulls already. So your top-tier pulls, you're very consistent. You always sent them off to grade. It's supposed to be $5 per bag. You might have I don't know. I got these boxes that I store your bags in. You got a lot of bags. Put this over here. All right, very good. Whew. Haha, no, mister, not at all. How much money do you want to do a deep look for my old bag in case it wasn't liquidated? Oh, yeah. Tell me your name, and I could probably do that. I don't know. Yeah, I'd feel bad, though, if I can't find it. What if I can't find it? You're just losing money. All right, Mr. Oscar D's. He says, I replied to your email. Thank you so much, man. All right, no problem, man. Okay, so he needs Twilight Mask. Perfect. All right, very good. We can do it during a slower stream. It would take a while. Did you see how long it took us to do his? Yours would take longer than that. But yeah, I mean, if we're having a really slow stream, maybe we can start working something out. I mean, I would give you a discount to have a lot of bags sorted at the same time. Why not? Here's Hassel, because you're probably curious what you have by now. So I can understand that. Mr. Oscar D's. Ugh. Here you are. Very nice. I was gone for about a year. It wasn't your fault. Here we are. Alexander Ortlieb. Okay, let me think about it, Alexander. So let me just look around to see everywhere it might be. So Alexander Ortlieb, if you sent, yeah, I guess if you sent $5, I'll go look, okay? Just like a bag sort, basically. All right, Alexander Ortlieb, give me a spot in Dark Explorers. You got it. All right, it seems like it might be worth it to do that when you think about it, because if it is found, you might have some cards in there that are worth more than $5. But if I don't find anything, you're going to be disappointed because it's like losing $5. We are. There we go. I guess the final thought on it is if you feel like there was a decent chunk of cards in there, it's definitely worth it. If you feel like it was junk, don't bother, is my opinion, because any junk bags I disassemble right away. I only save bags when they have decent stuff in them. All right, Johnny Suh, a box of Freerin. You got it, 1 box of Freerin. Ooh, where's Freerin now? I know where we got lots of Freerin still. Okay, I think we got lots of Freerin still. I need to look into that, actually. Here we are. Oops, careful there. Busy Saturday, huh? Ta-da! Okay. Got it all sent out. Haha, so I have a lot of bag of roaches. It will be too long. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes that I've been storing your bags in. And so what if we made a deal? So you got 5 boxes. And a box will contain a bunch of bags. Maybe like, I don't know. I want to say like $20 a box. What would that be? That would be like 4 bags. But each box contains way more than 4 bags. So it's a very, very long bag sort. Let me put it that way. But I like that because you're actually a good customer, that means. So I don't like to... Let me put it this way. I don't like to punish you for being a great customer. Like, oh, well, it's going to cost you a lot of money to see what you got. It's just that it will take a long time. There you go. Ooh, Freerin. Okay, holding those Solana bags. Start snipping this. Yeah, we got these big square boxes. And what happens is I start to fill them up with your bags. And then when the box is full, I pull out a new box. Converting that into a slab credit, it would be a smart move because it can save a lot of money on shipping. A lot of money. Based on what you've got, you know those boxes I'm talking about? Each one of those would be about $80 to ship. So you're talking about 5 times 80. That's like $400 of shipping right there. So there's a lot of money to be saved if that can be converted into something else. Or maybe like a slab that you really do desire. You're like, yeah, I'd like to have that in my collection. And then if I can take those cards and process them into something profitable, maybe like a breaks box, random pull box, Pokebrush. Oh, look at that. Johnny Suh collecting tonight. All right, Johnny. Very good. That was too easy. Don't let 6 watch. Trust, mister, I don't want it during a hot stream. We'll do it during a slow stream. Sounds good. I sent the $5 scavenger hunt incoming. I hope you find it, because then it means I might have something. If it's gone, then it was just meth. Okay, so you truly don't remember. And I promise you I don't remember. Yeah, because I see a lot of abandoned bags all the time. Yeah, a lot of abandoned bags. I don't know why people do it. Well, I do know why people do it. The number one reason people do it, I think, is because they realize they'd rather not ship $9 of like $15 of cards. You know what I mean? It's just like digging a deeper hole. All right, you ready? Ooh, there's some big thunder out there. Okay. I think it was like General Mills and Weiss. Oh man, General Mills was really a long time ago. We haven't sold General Mills in a long, long time. Okay. Oh dang, I'm not an alpha. I should go. Welcome to my Alpha Male podcast. Here we are. Women only like men who gamble their money on Pokemon cards and pull Charizard. Ooh, yeah, look at that. You got an OFR? Nice, dude. Signature and OFR. Awesome. If you pull a Cutie Fly, you're not getting any access to her body. No, sir. She wants Charizard. Here we are. Or Doug Trio. Doug Trio is acceptable, too. There we go. My girlfriend scolds me when I tell her I buy Pokemon cards. Does she really? That's funny. Hey! All right. My wife has been very cool about it. She knows I'm pretty level-headed about card investing, and so she doesn't pry into my affairs. And then, you know, when it came to like these lake houses, I was the one who did the down payment for both the lake houses. She didn't contribute at all, so she's like, all right. Okay, so Johnny Suh. So like, it's fine. She's the one with the good retirement account, though. She's got this 401k. She contributes a lot to it. So she's got a little bit of money saved up over all these years. And if she can't access it, it's in a 401k. So it's for when we're old, I guess. Let's see, Mr. Johnny. Do I have any bags that are about to expire in here? I'd love to remove some bags. Grab this. The results matter. My Diglett would too small to battle her Weeping Bell. Hey guys, when it comes to bags, we're no longer updating bags, okay? So Johnny Suh, your bag says 524. We do not update bags anymore. You have to ship within 1 year, okay? No more bag updates. We're having trouble with the room on the table again. All right. They just don't understand. Okay, we've got more orders. We have a J Sharp, 2 classic Japanese. Okay, J Sharp, you got it, man. 1, 2. Ta-da! You got Magikarp. And then 1 Fantasia Bunko. 1 Fantasia Bunko. Here we are. Haha. I gamble all my money away. No Charizard. My girl's drying up as we speak. Drying up? I always gamble all of my money away into Pokemon cards because this is what gives me my alpha male energy to work harder. It's about setting goals, guys. Okay, that's a holo. Very nice. When I go to the restaurant, I serve myself a glass of water that I brought with me. When it comes time to order, I already know my order. And when it's time to leave, I clean my own table. Then when I get the check, I tell the waitress she can tip me. See? Alpha male podcast right there, guys. You got to think like an alpha male. All right, let's see. All right. Jacob, Jadian. Let's see. very active. Mr. said no more. What did I say? Mr. has so much aura. Oh my god, dude. Those aura videos are so funny. I saw one where a guy drives up in his cool car and he tries to spit out of his car window to be cool, but he accidentally spits on his shoulder. And the video was like aura negative 1,000,000 or something like that. It was the dumbest thing ever. Okay. Mr's so rich, he has 2 walruses as pets. I'll open my own packs then, Mr. Then Mr. pays me, so he has less work to do. Now you've got it. You figured it out. Jeff Leon, 2 Fantasias, 2 Sneaker Bunkos. You got it. 2 of these. 2 of these. I'll open my own packs. Aha. And 4 from Nightmares. Okay, 4 from Nightmares. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. And 4 OP8s. OP8s. Okay, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Do you like the Temu commercials? Shop like a billionaire. No, they're super creepy. Super creepy, super like, I don't know. Okay. All right. Temu commercial. Sneep. Very, very creepy commercial. Sneeping this. Sneep. Corn Rules. Thanks for the tip, Corn Rules. I'm so high right now. Corn Rules, don't. You got to be a good boy and not get high. Remember Kingston Ball was in it? He's a 14-year-old talking about how he gets high on weed. Oh, no, dude. That's no good. I read that it messes up as a child, smoking weed messes up the development of your brain. That's no good, dude. All right, that's cold. No good. Wait till you're in college. Wait till you're older. Actually, I don't think your brain stops growing until you're about 25. There's a hollow. What is the towel referring to with smoking weed? I forgot about him. I got high at 14. Here we are. And look at you now. Here we go. Ruff, ruff, ruff. I have no clue about you, Ryan. Ryan, you seem like you're on the up and up. Just say no to drugs. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Doggy girl. Okay. Man, look at these characters. All right, all right, all right. Okay, standard pack. Same 15. I'm fine so far. There we go. Okay. Man, that's some noisy rain. He's 40, TCC. Shop like a billionaire. It's better than shop like a Bidenaire. Put this over here. Nah, Temu's creepy, man. You don't... That Temu song and all that is weird. All right, good luck. What do we got? We got Nacht, like Guten Nacht. Here's Kurlax. Behemoth. Oh, with the Behemoth. Emerald Weapon. All right, no luck. I sent for 10 OP5 English. 1 tops 2000. 10. Oh, I gotta write this down. All right. No trainers or NRGs. You got it, man. What do we got here? We got a hollow. Okay, we got a hollow. This guy. And a hollow. Stay straight. What? Hey! There we go. All right, now I'm turning gay. No one tells me to stay straight. I'm not talking about sexually. So are you telling me that I shouldn't worry about staying straight? All right. He's encouraging it. He says stay straight, but not sexually. Yo! Shipping for the SV Scarlet base case. You got it. So how will this shipping actually look? Probably like this. Dude, I actually don't know what the shipping dimensions on something like that would be. It would probably be something like... We started the final battle. Put this here. And we'll put this over here. Let me think. 36 maybe? Ooh, that's really expensive to ship. What if I say 30? Yeah, that seems about right. And let's increase the weight. Ooh. Okay, and now we need to change it to Jeff Leon. They're around 20 inches or so. You never had toy stores. Heading print over here. And print. Who never had toy stores? Okay. This is going to say only Scarlet Violet base set case. I might as well ship this myself because I don't even think Alexis won't even know what to do with this one. People before the 90s had toy stores. Well, yeah, that's because you couldn't get on Amazon and buy everything, including something to lick your... You know what I'm saying? You get on Amazon, you can buy anything now. Why do you need to go into some junky toy store where they're not going to have a toy that can lick your Diglett? All right, Amazon dominated in 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Now, let's go ahead and write down that order for LaFlame. He had a big order. So LaFlame says 10 OP, 5 English, 1 Tops. Dude, that's loud. 10 Paldea Evolved. 20 Japanese Classic. You want to pull that Charizard, huh? Let's get it. There we go. A Mamma Mia. Thunder ASMR was very upset when they closed. Here's Nathan Arthur, 2 spots in the Breakpoint break. The breaks today, guys. Take a look at the breaks today. We've got Dark Explorers, Breakpoint, and Sandstorm. Those are the breaks. Okay. Nathan Arthur. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, by the way. Welcome to my Alpha Male podcast. There we go. One of these. Where we smoke cigars. There we go. And talk about how women sleep around with other men too much. All these OnlyFans girls, they're all sluts. Okay. Put this up here. Very good. We got Nathan Gordon, 2 spots in the Breakpoint. Ooh, Breakpoint filling up a little bit. Okay. Alpha. Nathan Gordon. Nathan Gordon. No reaction to member milestone. We've started the final battle. The code is LA. Nathan Gordon. Okay. That's where my brother and I got our first PlayStation 2 Toys R Us. That's some alpha male moves right there. Alpha males today shop at Lululemon. There we go. And they get something nice for their femboy boyfriend. So 5 Paldean Evolved. True alpha males, that is. There we go. Straight guys wouldn't understand. They all had rare games and movies. You couldn't find anywhere else. Put this over here. Straight beta male versus gay alpha male. It's a funny thought. All right. So we need one more of these, huh? All right, give me a moment. Oh, that's Paldean Evolved. Perfect. Okay, we'll just move this over here now. All right, very good. Ooh. What are Pokemon pack breaks? Great question, Grady. Pokemon pack breaks are where you buy a spot in a break, and the names, everyone, after we're all done writing your names down, the names get shuffled up, and then you get like a card out of the booster pack, right? It's like dividing the booster pack by the number of cards in the pack, and you're just buying a fraction of the booster. Make sense? All right, I shouldn't be whistling. I've heard myself whistle live. It's terrible sounding. All right, roll it. Oh, we're rolling it. Here we go. We've got Tyranitar. We've got Farigiraf. Ugh. There you go. All right. Gyarados. Wiggly stuff. Oh, Nathan Gordon. Look at all these hollows. Oh, no. Toss that away. Nathan Gordon, let's find your bag. If you ever want to donate hollows, let me know. They used to be worth something. Now they give you 3 in a pack, and now they're just unbelievably box filling. Okay, it's Chew. I got that giraffe the other day. I'm watching Fallout for the 3rd time. You like it that much? You want to have sex? We are. You want to make my cock explode now? Those are lines from the show, guys. All right, so here's Tom Lamuth. I'm too addicted to these waifus. I would like 1 more box of waifus. You got it, man. I gotta go get more of them, okay? I'll be back. I gotta go get more of them. Alright. Grabbed a whole bunch more of these hollow lives. They're hollow, and they are live. The ghoul carries the show. They all do well. Yeah, they all do well. I liked many aspects of the story. All right. How about the girl actress? She's so pretty. She's got like these bug eyes. I don't know what it is. She got a certain look. I don't know how to describe it. All right. All right. Toss this over here. Tom Lamuth. Okay, snipping that. She's English. I don't even know what that means, you know, English. You know who else is English? That girl from the Furiosa movie with the wide set eyes. There you go. She's English too, I think. We are? All right. My wife's watching a show that she's in right now. It's some kind of show about chess or something about that, and she likes it. There we go. She's like, she's so pretty. She's from the UK. Yeah, it's weird that people make fun of girls from the UK for not being pretty enough, because I feel like you run into pretty girls who they have some kind of heritage from Ireland, Scotland, Wales, or Britain. You find that constantly. So I don't know why that's a thing to make fun of girls in the UK. Probably because they're talking about the nightlife in London, where you find all sorts. There we go. Oh, there we go. She's from Argentina. Oh, she's from Argentina. Very cool. Is she not a redhead, though? I thought red... Well, I don't know. I don't know how all that works. Here's Tom Lamuth. Mr. Tom. She's got to have those Gaelic genes. Tom, where are you at? We placed you over here. UK Accident is so attractive. UK Accident? The girl from Fallout is from the UK. There we go. Put this over there. Matthew White, 10 Attack on Titans. 10 Attack on Titans. Okay, where are my Attack on Titans? Mr. knows what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place this down. Okay. Toss this over here. I need more Attack on Titan. I'll be right back. All right, Attack on Titan. All right. Where are the white women at? All right, we'll put this here. Good. Ah. Wait, not that redhead. I'm so tired of redheads with heads that are red. Redheads are such a tiny, tiny percentage of the world's population. They're an actual minority. And what surprised me, we learned this the other day, blonde people are people who are actually blonde, not like, oh, I dyed my hair blonde. Actual blonde people are like 2%. That's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blonde people and redheaded people are actual minorities. All right, let's see. They're just not treated like that, I think. There we go. Because people find them sexy. So they got all that privilege and stuff. Ready? All right. I did not know that about blonde people. I thought blonde people were more common. They're not. A lot of blonde people in Missouri, it seems like. But they might have dyed hair. Maybe I'm mistaken. We are. All right. Missouri is very German-Irish, if you guys didn't know that. Missouri was settled by German settlers. If you look at maybe the northeast side of America, a lot of people came in through Ellis Island. So it's very mixed. Yeah, a lot of Italians and stuff like that. A lot of Irish too. But here in Missouri, it was a ton of German settlers out here. And it's still that way, especially if you go out to the countryside. You can kind of see, hey, my family's been in Missouri forever. So you get that feel from it, actually. You got to come down to Springfield, Missouri, one of the least diverse cities in America. It's almost entirely white people. It will shock you. It shocks me because I grew up in St. Louis and now I live close to Springfield and I visit it from time to time. And you go there and it's just like, where do all the other races go? It's a feeling like that. It's almost like creepy. You're like, what did you do? Yeah, it's mostly white people. And I think it was the whitest city in America. Is that right? I don't know if that's true. I think I read that in an article somewhere. Here we are. Switzerland and Finland have many blondes. All right, here we are. All right, there's a hollow. Blonde is a popular hair color. That's the interesting part. So people dye their hair blonde. But to be naturally blonde is apparently very rare. Here's a hollow. Many places where German settlers, my city where I live, German settled first, I'm outside of Toronto. Imagine the hell of being named Bart living in Springfield. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, here's the hollow. And come on, Matthew White. There you go. Did you see Roaring Kitty had 400 million in GMA this week? 400 million? What the fuck? That's a lot of money, dude. Good for him. Hopefully he doesn't lose it. Okay. Putting this in here. Ta-da! Okay. So, Matthew White, we need your bag now. There's Matthew Bain. The table's looking pretty bad. The table's looking overwhelmingly filled, so that's not good. There's not enough room for all these overflow bags. And there's only this many overflow bags because there's not enough room in the regular boxes. The GMA run up to Thursday did me well. Very cool, man. Let's see. Here's Magnus Marshall. Here's Mark Fitch. Toss this over here. I saw it jump to like $70 or something like that. I didn't mess with it. You know why? You know why I didn't mess with it? Because I'm almost guaranteed to lose money if I tried to do it. If I tried to do it, I would be the guy to lose a lot of money doing that. Matthew White, did you have a bag? I have a box. Oh my God, I'm looking for your bag. I didn't even read your message. I'm so dumb. All right, Matthew White. And that's why I don't try to cleverly invest, because I'm not skilled. Because I have to read the message twice. Here it is, Matthew White. All right, very good. All right. Very good, very good. If I bought in, that would be exactly when it collapsed to zero. Be like, nuts. Go, Leviathan Dragon. There's Shaman. Here's War Turtle. Here's Mickey Mouse. Back in 2021, I actually made some money in the meme coin, the Dogecoin crypto. I made like a couple $1,000s. And then I was like, oh, I'm so smart. I sold. And then I watched it go really high. You had like Elon Musk doing Saturday Night Live, and then it crashed. I didn't have my money in Dogecoin at that point. I'd already sold it, and I'd already made a couple thousand. I made like 2,000. And what I did was I bought a bunch of Ethereum. I bought tons of Ethereum, and I'm like, I'm going to make so much money. All my money's sitting in Ethereum. And I don't remember the exact amount I had sitting in there. It was something like 15,000 or something. It's very similar to what I'm doing now, actually. And then what happened is Ethereum and Bitcoin just crashed to nothing. And I pull it out after a certain point. I ended up losing $4,000. I was like, and I think it was my stock account went from up 2,000 to down 4,000. So it's really like I lost 6, right? So I lost tons of money in Ethereum because I didn't pull out fast enough because there was that big crash in 2021. That was like in November. And I was like, what am I doing, dude? So, yeah, I felt pretty stupid, and, because I was excitedly telling my wife, I was like, look at this, I just made $2,000 in Dogecoin, and then, boom, I lose like $4,000 overall, because I placed it in Ethereum thinking, oh, Ethereum, it's going to beat Bitcoin, it's got more utility, they're doing the, what do they call that update they were doing to it at the time, I can't even remember the name of it. Oh, I can't remember, but it changed the way that things were processed to be more efficient. And so I was all excited about it. And then it just crashes like crazy. I'm like, fuck! You got me this cycle, mister. I got you this cycle? All right, Matthew White's done. We got Alexander Ortlieb. All right, guys, I told Alexander I'd look for his bag. I'll be right back, Alexander. Here goes. I got to stand up and walk over here to do it. So what's this? First of all, we'll start here. What's this? Oh, yeah, these are Yolan's cards. Good, okay. Yolan's cards that are getting shipped. All right, so this will just take me a minute. Matthew, Kyle, Jason, Jack, Toby. Here's Matthew, Kayla, Renel Gamboa. Man, that's a real old one. Renel Gamboa. All right, I'm trying over here. We got Razor, Ifrin, Ivan, ID Chronicle, Jameson, Andy, Isaac, Ian, Jesse, Ben, Joseph, Steven, Jose, Trayman, an actual Clayton, that's interesting, Kaylee, Big Lance, Joshua, Chris, Danny, Christopher, Marvin, Michael. Alright, so now I'm checking over here. Hannah, Drake, Gus, Robert, Greg, Mo, Alexander, Azalin, are we close? Dean, Alexis, Alexia, Alan, Thomas Royal, Rodney, Jose, Nick, Marich, Victoria, William, Awesome, Joey, Alan, Johnny, Joshua, Joseph, Dominic, Joseph, Robin, Christian, Chris, Alexis, Justin, Cody, Jordan, Tim, Peter, Richard. Wow, this one's really old. I'm bringing this one over. Peter, Panic. Here's Kang, Vincent, Gregory, Adam, Daniel, Adam, Jim, David, A Bag with No Name, Abigail, William, Zachary, Daniel, Nicholas, Ashter, Tyler, Juan, Sammy, Thomas, Fabiola, Darcy. Oh, I wonder what happened to Darcy. I liked Darcy. She was really nice. All right, you would think I'd be done, but I'm not. I got a whole nother box here. All right. Okay, we got Caden, Matvey, Brian, Brandon, Trevor, Christian, Chris, Christopher, Christian, Francis, Erica, Brando, Javier, William, Samuel, Miguel, Joseph, Julian, Peter, Hunter, Theo, Joey, that says TCC on it. Here's a Rancher, Hardeep. Okay, and then over here we've got this box. How's this done? We'll let this box out. Alright, we've got... Oh, this is a mess. Pablo, Jesus, Gabriel, Nickel, someone with an M in the name, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Donald, Adam, Laundry, Lucas, Lewis, Lee, Luke, Lee, A Bag with No Name, Tori. Alright, there is one more box, but the bags in the next box are very, very old, so I doubt it's you. It sounds like your bag likely got processed, man. To me, it sounds like it got processed. Wait, what's this? Oh, I know what this is. Alright. So what's this? That's you? Don't fall over. Alright. Last box, guys. I'm almost back. Probably this was not worth $5. Here's Amos, Charlie, Space Lemon, Esco. He's a really old one. Joe. What's this one? I can't even read it. Anthony. Mario. Joseph. These are really, really... Here, let me reverse this. There we go. Should have done it that way at the start. Vincent. Jonathan. Alec. Anthony. Now, you're not going to be in here. This is really, really old stuff. Anthony Vitali. Leonidas. Frederick. Alex Clark. Can't Slow Me Down. And Patrick. There you go. Alright, I'm done. Alright, who's still here? Who hasn't abandoned the stream after that? That was a bag hunt. Alexander Ortlieb, I suspect that your bag was processed. Alright, speaking of processing, let's get a couple. Look at this, Amos. What did Amos have? He had virtually nothing. So Amos is out. I'm just taking a couple of these away. Okay. Now here's a really old one from 2/22, February 2022. Oh my God, Lion King cards. Okay, nothing. This is why it's abandoned. They don't want to pay $9 shipping nothing. You said Joseph like 6 times. Joseph and Joey and Joe are all really common names. That's a Gregory Barron. He had 1 poker card. All right, there it is. Alexander Ortlieb. We have gone through it all. Give that away to somebody. All right. Read my message. I'm scared. My girl just left to go back to Kansas, and she said she feels like she could be pregnant. Mister, any advice? I'm a little shook right now because I can't make that work. I'm poor. You're saying she just told you that in the middle of the stream? Or are you saying she said that today? You feeling a little anxious? Don't feel anxious, man. It's time for you to be a man. Welcome to my Alpha Male podcast. Here's Giovanni. Oh, nice, Giovanni. I slap you on the face. Man up. That's the solution to all your problems. All right. Ask her to take a pill. Great. Congrats, sir. Will be a great time, says Waldbeer. Okay, we'll roll this. We got Jorge Trejo going in. Tell her, hey, this is my Pokemon time. Get back to me after Mr. goes offline. But wouldn't a pill not work if she was here for 2 weeks? Hey, man, if she's pregnant, time for you to crack some champagne out and celebrate being a dad. Tell her to keep the baby and go have your kid, man. You'll be all right. Matt S550. All right, Matt, congratulations. The keyword is still LA. It stands for La Flame. That's what it stands for. It stands for La Flame. He donated the card. I just reset all of the guesses. The keyword is still La Flame, though. So you just type in LA and the giveaway continues. I live at my mom. I work at Domino's. I hear you. I hear you, man. She thinks she's pregnant, huh? So, you know, there's probably going to be a conversation about having an abortion. My personal listen. So I've talked about the subject of abortion on this live stream before, and I often share a controversial opinion where I say it's not really the Republican Party's responsibility to make sure that Democrats keep having babies. Let them have their abortions. Now that's my political opinion about the subject. But let's talk about, like, if you and I were related to each other. Go have the baby, dude. Just go have the baby. She either hates you or doesn't hate you, but you got a baby now. So you've got like family wealth. You've gained a child. So I would go gain the child. That's what I would do. There's Charizard, but yeah, you're pretty young probably. Here's Aerodactyl. Here's Misty. Yeah, when it comes to like family, when it comes to babies, I am not pro-choice. I'm pro-life. There you go. All the way. I think it's very stupid to kill your own child. That's why I don't do it. I would not, if a girlfriend I happen to have sex with got pregnant, we're keeping the baby, unless she aborts it against my will. But we are definitely keeping the baby. If she doesn't want to get rid of it, neither do I. All right. So here we are. Next up, we have Mr. LaFlame. All right, there we go. Okay. 10 OP5 English. Let's get started. This is LaFlame's order. Yeah, so I have my political view on the subject of abortion, and then I have my real view, which is, yeah, I would never abort a baby. That is crazy talk. You don't abort children. It's ridiculous. It's an evil thing, right? It's really obvious. You're killing a baby. It's super obvious. And the other team can do that. I'm not doing it on my team. That's stupid. Children are power. Children is power. Having children is a powerful thing. So I'm all for family. You got to have babies, guys. I say that all the time on this stream. You got to have children. It's the most basic thing in life. So the problem for you is you're having it earlier than I would have wanted to. I've waited a while to have kids. You're having it a bit early, so that's the accident. But, it could be a happy accident. Identify as they-them roaches. State laws haven't caught up to suing a they-them for child support. It's foolproof. You can still be in their life. Yo, what? Would that actually work? I don't know how that works. Nah, there's no way that would work. They'd be like, If you treat the child good, it will care for you until after your death. That's right, roaches. You got to go be a good father, and that means manning up. So time for you to listen to my Alpha Male podcast. Step number 1, nothing is more important than family. I would be a great, great father. Here we are. All right, what we got? But, if she's not pregnant, maybe she's just having a late period or something, then, you move on to focusing on your career. Yeah, one time I thought I had a girlfriend and we thought we accidentally got her pregnant, and I was full on panicking, dude. I was not ready to be a father. All I wanted was to work on my career. But if she was pregnant, we were not aborting that baby. I was still fully Catholic at the time. So I was mentally, I was preparing. I was time to be a dad before I'm ready. There we go. Yeah, you don't abort babies. It's ridiculous. My mom has run a daycare out of my house since I was a baby, and I'm so great with kids. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I had 11 brothers and sisters, so I feel pretty confident around kids too. They're a lot of work. They change the nature of your relationship. You don't get as much privacy anymore. You want to go out, you got to hire a babysitter. Your mom or your dad have to help. And they do cost a lot of money, and it's very tiring. It's just another job on top of all your work already. So yeah, if you can delay having kids, especially for men, I feel like that's an advantage. For women, by the way, that's not a huge advantage. Because it gets harder to have children the older you get, I think. So, but for men, it's a little bit of an advantage if you can wait and build a career before having kids. Financially, it's an advantage. All right, so step number 1, we got our... Wait, did we only open 5? I feel like we only opened 5. Did I get distracted? Did I only grab them 5 packs? Was that 10 packs? That didn't feel like 10 packs. Mr. SR's an up for me, and it's 10 OP5s. Yeah, I think I grabbed you 5. I don't know why I did that. You know why I did that? I'll tell you why I did that. I'll tell you why I grabbed 5. Because it's called OP5. I keep doing this. If it says OP8, I'll grab 8 packs. I'm so dumb. All right, here we are. Well, she was ovulating first week here. You tracking that ovulation, bro? That's very alpha male of you. She was ovulating. All right, here we are. She was feral, dude. She was saying, give me that dick. Raise your hand if you want that dick. There you go. That's what she was saying. Man. Mr. SR and up only for me. Perfect. So talk to your baby mama. Ask her how she feels. And then tell her how you feel about it and that you think you're going to be a great father. Yeah, man. Don't... Yeah, I don't know. There's people who recommend abortion so that you can further your career. I get that. That's like a choice of money over family. That's up to you to decide. I personally would never do that. I personally feel it is a baby. Politically, I think Republicans are very stupid anytime that they fight over abortion or push abortion banning laws so hard. It really invigorates their opponent. And but from a personal perspective, yeah, it's so stupid, dude. Like, what? Yeah, keep that baby. It's an important part of nature. Decides who the winner is, and nature is not counting your net worth, it's counting your family. It's saying how much gene passing on did you do. That's all nature cares about. Nature doesn't give a shit about how many Pokemon cards you earn or how much Solana you got or how many dollar bills you got in the stock market. Only thing nature cares about is did you pass those genes on. So yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of success, but and it's nicer if you can delay it until it's a more opportune time. So but other than that, you got to have kids, guys. That is alpha male podcast advice. You got to have kids. Okay, so we're done with that first step. Why did I sleeve these? Mamma mia. All right. Ooh, that's a rough round, dude. Did you guys see that? That is a rough round. One tops 2,000. Let's do it. Tops 2,000 is next. Mister, this cookie story is impressive. You could write a book. You talking about earlier on in the stream when we were talking about he might be on a delay, Cameron Scobie. I was talking about giving up. I bought a cookie at the amphitheater and I threw it away without eating it because I knew I shouldn't be eating cookies. All right. Roaches using condoms he got from spring break 2020. There is no nature, mister. Should have wore rubber, unprotected blasting. Here we are. Well, she wasn't with any other guys, was she? You're sure it's just you and her, right? All right, that's another thing. You gotta be careful with that. I don't know if you guys have been dating a long time. I don't know all your story, because it sounds like she's leaving. So that doesn't really make sense to me. No girlfriend of mine is shaboinking with me and then leaving the next day. That's not a thing. Sticking around. If I'm having sex with the girl and she's leaving, it's because she and I have been fighting for a long time. All right, you ready? Pretty darn sure she doesn't cheat on me. Okay, you're good. There you go. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful, man. Battle in the Skies. That's what this one is called. Great card. There is no nature, mister. No nature? What are you talking about? Of course there's nature. Prophecy fulfilled. All right. Our viewer count has dropped. Ew, this guy's disgusting. I'm not listening to this stupid live stream. By the way, guys, anytime you share a strong opinion, you will lose some viewers. Some people will be like, oh, this guy's gross. I'm out of here. There you go. All right, we got the Capture of Yugioh. Oh. Or it could just be really late at night. All right, there it is, the Capture of Yugioh. Pikachu's Rescue Adventure. Here's Pokemon at Play. Here's We're Blasting Off Again. I think Roaches was blasting. Here's Magikarp Mayhem. About to give birth to my foo baby. He about to have a fudge baby. He about to give birth to a brown baby. He's in his third trimester. Are you in your third trimester? Just say Trump 2024. You'll get double viewers. Yeah? Yeah, is that a promise? I think he's tricking me. 10 Palday evolved. Save us, Trump! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go. 20, and you went for it while she was overlaying. You better go into Domino's and ask for a $1 raise. Yeah, I wonder if that would work. Hey, you know, I am now a dad. I'm going to need a $1 raise. Thanks. I don't think that would work. If I was the Domino's HR manager, I'd be like, fuck you. You will get what we pay you, or you'll leave, and then I'll replace you with someone else. Then again, I don't know how hard... that sounded really mean. I don't know how harsh the Domino's guys are, so maybe they're not that mean. But that would not sway me 1 second. I'd be like, I don't care. Go back to work. All right, let's snip this. All right, we're all snipped up. Please donate to your boy. All right, there we go. If a girl told me she was ovulating, the time for anxiety is now over. All right, toss this over here. Toss it over there. All right, you ready? I'm ovulating. All right, we got Gothitelle, Floragato. Ooh. All right, Farigiraf. Baxcalibur, Meowscarada. Okay. Roaches, we will donate, but you have to rent her out. That doesn't sound right, Jason. Internet history, man. Internet footprint. You erase your comment. EX and up. You got it, man. EX and up. Grusha. All right. There we go. We got Grusha, the Pokemon femboy. There's Charcadet. Saguaro. Mamma mia. Here's Glimet. And... oh, you got Shenpao. Very nice. Look at that, guys. A really lovely alternative art. Very good. Okay. Domino's Law, let them have the baby. There you go. If you don't want to raise a baby, aren't you allowed to, like, drop it off at the firefighters or something like that? That's still a thing, isn't it? You can surrender a baby to, like, firefighters. Isn't that still a thing? I'm looking it up. Hold on, let me look it up. Wanted a fish. Can I surrender my baby to a fire department? A newborn girl was retrieved from a baby box at the Melville Firehouse 2 weeks ago, the first in Missouri Since the practice was legalized in 2021, more places installed drop-off boxes where you can surrender babies. Wow, that's crazy. There it is, guys. You can't have anxiety around having a kid anymore, you know, because if it was ever really bad, put them up for adoption. Just actually give up. But you don't have to do abortion. You can just give them up for adoption. There you go. There you go. Put it in a basket and let the Nile take care of it. Hey, I don't know about that. So 20 Japanese classics. I'm a midnight dumpster baby. Okay, you ready? So here goes. So 20 of these, huh? 1, 2, 3. Come on now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll put that here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a lot. Wow, man. That really moved the box. You think he sniped Charizard? Let's see if he sniped Charizard. Is there an age limit on those child drop boxes? 10 years old is probably a little too old. See, I'm dropping off my 15-year-old, the fire department. Actually, that's a great question. There probably is an age limit. I bet there is. Okay. Ooh, Scyther. You can disown a child, can't you? Isn't that a thing? Squirtle. Oh, Clefable. That's great. Now you just need the Charizard to pop up. Ho-Oh. That's a fire. Oh, okay. Ho-Oh. Venusaur. There you go. Charmander. Clefairy. Psychic Energy. Okay, so overall, this was a very good round. So even though you didn't pull Charizard, you pulled so many good Pokemon out. I feel like it was a good round for you. So does that make sense? You can actually pull Japanese classics and mostly pull the high-value Pokemon that aren't Charizard, so it was worth your money in the end. Okay, cool, man. That was 10 OP5, 1 Tops 2000, 10 Paldean Evolved, and 20 Japanese Classic. That's a big order. Mr. LaFlame. Mister, put the nurse trainer in my bag, please. Oh, of course. Oh, right. You mentioned you didn't want some of these. Hold on. The nurse trainer stays. Okay. Put that there. Put that there. Okay. Forgot about this. Okay. I'll send you a sealed Japanese classic collection for your baby shower. Just send me a card when it happens. That's why doing it in the vagina is the best. Don't have to put on a rubber, and will definitely get her pregnant. What are you talking about here, Kendo? All right. I'm gonna go put these bags over here because the table's so full. I'm worried they're gonna tip over. Okay, very good. I got a place for these. The Pokebras. Every Pokebra will get a spare one. Oh, this is pretty full. It's not going to fit. This one can take one. This is pretty full too. That's really full. This one feels like it's got some room. Oh, these Pokebra packs are very full. Hold on, I'm pulling one back out. There you go. Just kind of load them up, don't I? Oh, man. Trying to find one where they might actually fit. There you go. Can I fit a second one? There we go. Nice. Ooh, this one will hold a couple of them. Perfect. All right, there they are. They're in the Pokebras. All right. Is Pokebra back now? It's been back. It's been back for a while. It actually never ended. So we ran out of them, and then I just refilled it like that night. So I didn't really talk a lot about that, but yeah, it's been there the whole time. All right, let's take a look at the orders. What time is it? 4 a.m. in the morning, 2 hours and 40 minutes into the stream. I see an order, $170 Solana. 170. What was that for? As a 30-year-old male, this is why I only blast my load into and date 65. I usually make my way into the will too. Man, that would be nice. Hey, lovely lady, if you treated an elderly woman nice and gave her some fun sex, and she said, you know what, you're in the will now, I think that's a fair trade. You know, I think it's actually really unfortunate that, well, you know what, I don't know. How much sex do old ladies really want? Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. I bet it is. I bet it is. Here's Blastoise. And is there a lack of lovers for older women? Here's the deal. I bet there's not a lack of lovers. But I bet there's a lack of young lovers for older women. Gotta blow the dust off first. Yeah, kind of like back in the day when you had a Super Nintendo cartridge and you had to blow into the bottom of the cartridge to make sure that worked properly. Probably like that. Subscribe and bell. Got to get that granny retirement pension. Sent for 10 more OP5. Oh, okay, hold on. So sent for 10 more OP5 English 2. Gotcha. Okay, you got it, man. That's what I would do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Snipping this. And we're going to snip this. And why not? We'll snip this as well. Come on, LaFlame. A python swallowed a woman whole in Indonesia. Yikes, dude. That's so sad. We don't have to deal with that where I live. Imagine having to worry about that. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'd be wiping all the snakes out. Let's see. Time for some retribution. Gadatsu. Ooh. Yo, a sloppy gum job with no teeth is life-changing. Yeah, that's the first time I heard that joke was with that one Yes Man or whatever it was called. That old Jim Carrey movie, right? I'm hovering the dislike button over the conversation. Don't make me do it. Hey! Hazu, put the finger down. Here we are. Okay. Here's Koala. Imagine being swallowed whole and having to fight your way out for the next 2 days. Well, by the time the snake's eaten her, she's dead. The snake suffocates the person first, and then when the snake detects that there's no heartbeat left, that's when the snake starts to eat. That's how snakes do it. So they don't eat you while you're still alive. They kill you first. So the snake suffocated her. It's like being strangled to death by a really, really big snake. And it's a sad thing. She didn't feel herself getting eaten, which is probably pretty terrifying, the thought of it. But yeah, she was choked to death. Here we go. We got Rob Lucci. My man Rob Lucci, he's dressed very Rico Suave. I don't know about going out that way. That sounds sad. All right, there we go. I was looking at the photos on blank blank. Oh, no. By the way, we're trying to find another movie to watch, guys. Give us a big movie to watch. We're doing our movie ratings. I'm a movie critic now. Did you guys know that? They call me the movie critic economist. All right. Jonah and the Whale. What's the genre? My wife has been enjoying mafia movies. So she likes mafia movies right now. Ever since she watched The Godfather for the first time. Watch Mr. Gatsby. Team America, World Police. Every time we try to watch that, she gets super uninterested. She doesn't like it. The potty humor is not her style. Wasn't I supposed to be pricing up slabs or something? What happened to that? The queue is empty. There's no orders in the queue. why don't I start taking a look at all of this stuff? Oh, yeah, we got these Umbreons, huh? Maybe I put one of these Umbreons up for sale. Let's see, what do we got for sale? We do got some Umbreons. Boy, I got some good stuff, man. Hard to give any of it up, it really is. But I know I should. Mr. said, movie, not series. After your movie score on Private Ryan, you do not deserve any recommendations. Private Ryan gets a 4. It sucks. Private Ryan was a bore. Tom Hanks was a terrible actor. I felt no feelings for Tom Hanks. He was just a dude. I'm in the war. And then they find Private Ryan. He's like, oh, I should go home to my mama? No, let's risk my life instead like an idiot. Like, bro, you're her last son. Just go home. It's over. And all the guys are like, oh, we're dying trying to find Private Ryan. Well, yeah, well, stop being stupid then. Stop going and fighting these groups, like be sneaky or something. The whole storyline didn't really make sense to me. It felt unrealistic, like that's not how it would really play out in real life. Like if their job is to retrieve a dude and get lost, then they should just retrieve the dude and get lost. But instead they're like, hey, let's fight this group. Let's fight that group for no reason. I'm going crazy. Oh, we got to fight them. I'm so angry at them. Yeah, so I was like, okay, so they're upset that they got to retrieve Private Ryan, but then they're just putting themselves in harm's way too while they're doing it. It's like, you don't got to do that. And then when they do find him, he just has to go home. No, I'm going to stay and fight. I'm not going to let these Nazis win. Bro, you were given orders. Follow your orders. Go home. You know? So it was, and you knew he wasn't going to die, by the way, right? So as soon as they found him and he said he wanted to stay and fight, I knew he was gonna live for sure. Especially because the beginning of the movie gives it away. So think about how stupid the design of this movie is. You realize when they run into him and he's got like the blonde hair and the blue eyes, that's the guy from the beginning of the movie. You realize it in a second. So the minute I see that, I go, okay, he lives. And he said, I'm staying behind and fighting the enemy. It's like, oh no, I wonder what happens. Boring. And then it's just, oh, don't stab the knife into me. Legs blowing up. It's just, I've seen so much of that. There's no amount of gore that can impress me anymore. There's none of it. None of it impresses me. In 1998, it was probably impressive. Because in 1998, they didn't go to gore websites. It wasn't a thing back then. So the whole concept of the movie is, hey, have you never seen a guy's face shot open? Now you can. It's in a movie called Saving Private Ryan. You can watch it as many times as you want. So that was the idea of the movie. But the story is actually very weak. The fact that he survives is already given away at the beginning of the movie. I don't feel any emotional connection to any of the characters. They're all dry as hell. Rambo was also about a veteran who survives Vietnam, right? There was an emotional moment at the end of that movie. That's why that movie gets a good grade, right? We gave Rambo a good grade. First Blood, that movie was good. Saving Private Ryan, I never felt anything for any of the characters. Mister, did you get my BTC payment? I don't think I got that yet. Let me take a quick look. Oops, hold on. I shouldn't have clicked out of that. Not yet. But I'm sure it's on the way. I think Bitcoin just takes a little longer normally. Mister, what's your biggest wish I didn't sell that Pokemon? Ooh, let me think about it. That's a great question. Joey Albrecht. Here you go, Joseph. Well, I know I sold a box of Pokemon Expedition Japanese, like a vintage booster box back in the day, and the profit margin at that time, I chose a price where the profit margin wasn't very good. And then a couple years later, that box is worth like 6 times as much as I had sold it for. So all I had to do was not sell it, and I would have been wealthier. So that's a genuine moment of me going, why even sell the vintage? Vintage just goes up on its own. That was a genuine moment of that. I didn't forget that. But there's probably been other examples too. Let me know when you get it. Trying to gauge the time. No problem, man. BTC takes a while. You know, if you send BTC, you can tell me when you sent it, and we can write down like a time, and then allow that marker, that time marker, to be your place in line. So if you're ever worried about having to wait a while for Bitcoin and how that affects your line placement for opening, we can probably just create a line spot for you if you tell me about it. Have you ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? I've not seen that. Did you have a grandfather who fought in World War II? Well, my dad was in the Navy and my grandfather was in the Navy, but they were not in World War II. So no, I didn't have somebody who was in World War II, but I still have strong patriotic feelings about World War II. That doesn't matter here, because when I watched the movie, I started to realize you like the movie if you go into your automatic patriotism. If you pull yourself out of the patriotism, like if imagine it's somebody else's war, some other country's war, and just watch the movie with a face, with the mind of a critic that is like uninvolved with that particular war from the American's perspective. Like, let's say you're living in Italy and you're an Italian watching Saving Private Ryan. It sucks. It's a terrible movie. You don't feel that patriotism connection to it. So war movies, in my opinion, there's so many of them, they should not get away with poor acting and poor writing just because you're automatically in favor of the movie because you're on a particular team, the good guys in the movie. You see what I'm saying? So you can't let bad movies get by just because they were on your team. It needs to be good writing. And that's important anyways, because, you want good writing for your team, not bad writing. I get what you're saying, says Brad. Yeah, exactly, right? That's a very highly acclaimed movie. Got a bunch of awards for what that's worth. It showed them all as bad people. Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought it was mainly back then it was an innovation. It was. And so if you look at it from the perspective of that time period, it was an innovation. The innovation is that movie creators found a way to sell gore to an audience in a way that they were allowed to get away with it. Because it's kind of like Passion of the Christ. Remember Passion of the Christ? Passion of the Christ is also a gore movie. That's the point of Passion of the Christ. They're selling gore, right? It's like selling porn, but it's gore. And you're allowed to do that because you're rooting for Jesus. He's my savior. Oh my God, look at all the pain he goes through. That's exactly the kind of movie Saving Private Ryan is. It's in the same category as Passion of the Christ. Since you're strongly on the side of the Americans defeating the evil axis of evil, you're like, okay, whoa, man, I'm so involved in this. I'm so for them. I'm feeling the pain of these explosions. They're so brave. Oh, I can't believe how brave they are, storming the beaches of Normandy, right? So you're already in that mode. Pull yourself out of that for a minute. Pretend you're from Finland or something, or just pretend you're Swiss or something. I don't know. And then stop looking at it from the perspective of we're the good guys, they're the bad guys. Just watch it as an actual movie. The story is very weak and doesn't make sense very often. The behaviors of the characters, the acting is very weak. Tom Hanks is boring as hell. You already know the guy, Private Ryan, lives because he's in the beginning of the movie. So when they find him, you're not scared he's going to die. So I didn't feel it. And the gore didn't work on me. I've already seen too much gore. I've seen a lot of gore. It's not innovative anymore. So they can't sell me gore anymore. It's not very good. It's like when a movie tries to sell me naked boobs. It doesn't work on me anymore. You can see naked boobs on the internet all day long. That's why it gets a bad grade. Horror movies at that time were pure gore. Hostel 1 and 2. I think your history is just lacking for understanding it. Who watches movies like that, though? We're a planet in the Milky Way galaxy. Well, let's call it Saving Private Ryan, not We Almost Saved Private Ryan. I don't think it's a twist. Yeah, I mean, Saving Private Ryan, if he dies in the end, they still could have called it Saving Private Ryan, because it could have been a tragedy. We tried to save Private Ryan and it failed. So if it had ended as a tragedy, it actually would have gotten a higher rating from me, because first of all, I love tragedies. But second of all, it's because, I think that would at least get you some emotional feelings about it. I have no emotions watching Private Ryan just sit there and win. He's just going to win. Where's the fun in that? Like if you watched the Super Bowl, but someone from the future told you the Chiefs win. It's ruined. It's ruined now. So you're not invested in it in the same way because you already know the outcome. And I think that was a huge, for the design of the movie, I think that was a huge mistake. You shouldn't have known whether or not he survives. It should have been something that's decided at the end. Here we are. Oh. And all the characters dying, like Tom Hanks and all them, it's like, it was so predictable too. I was looking at my wife, I was like, and now the guy in the sniping bell tower dies here. And then boom, he dies. I was like, there you go. Because the show actually gives really obvious hints when each character is about to die. It's super obvious. And it's like, oh my God, dude. I hate it when a movie's too predictable and there's nothing to learn from it. We are. It's all about saving Ryan's privates. I'm retired, 37-year-old, retired on music and personal investments. On music? Really? That's very cool, man. Let's see. It's based on a true event. This just might be Mr.'s most controversial review he ever makes. It did end as a tragedy. The main character died. I don't feel anything for Tom Hanks. Why do we love Tom Hanks other than the fact that he's Tom Hanks? They introduced Tom Hanks. Oh, I was a school teacher. I don't care. Why do I care that you're a school teacher? A lot of the guys in the war were valuable human beings that had normal lives, and then they had to go off to war, right? So I didn't feel anything particular about Tom Hanks, and I felt that his acting was just sort of like so what's the word I'm looking? Monotone? So monotone the whole time. He got a shaky hand. Oh, my hand's shaky. And it's just like, all right, he's got a shaky hand. But he's like, I'm Tom Hanks, and we need to rush the radar. Like, all right, rushing the radar, that's not a good choice. Why wouldn't you just get backup from that huge group of allies behind you? No, we got to rush it. Gee, I wonder if someone's going to die. Of course he dies. Oh, Tom Hanks, you're making stupid choices. It's so boring, dude. Like, the whole story was boring from beginning to end. I was like, yawn. But, you know, if it's based on true events, maybe they can't change certain aspects of the writing. So I'll give you that. If it's a true story and those details are all accurate, fine. But it's like, I don't know, the crying for your mama, that kind of stuff. I've seen all that. That's all on those gore websites. You can see all of that. You can see people dying and crying for their mom. It's a real thing. The moment you're desensitized to it, that movie falls off really hard. The moment you're desensitized to gore, the crying for your mommy when you're dying, that kind of stuff, it all falls off. It's no longer powerful and compelling as a movie prop. Let's call it a prop or something. Who cares if he lives or dies? That's not what the movie's about. It's a dramatized story about a true event, and it's extremely accurate in the sense of how war is portrayed. You are a effing rad dude. You're honest. You started this ripping ship. What? It is Mr. It's very accurate. Did you watch Scarface? I did watch Scarface. Scarface gets a bad review as well. Wait, did we already write down Scarface? Hold on. Scarface, my wife and I rated it together, and then I forgot what I gave it. So what did we... Scarface gets a bad review as well. I put Scarface in the same category as Ebenezer Scrooge and There Will Be Blood. So it's an Ebenezer Scrooge story, Scarface is. It's in the same category. Hold on. Where's the... here it is. Movie review. Scarface. So hold on. So I absolutely hated the main character's performance in the movie. It felt like a caricature of an actual Cuban person. It relies once again on like this chainsaw business, and the sister scene's super weird. Let me think about Scarface. Scarface got a bad review. I believe Scarface gets a 5. So Scarface is a 5. I'm trying to remember if Scarface was a 4 or if Scarface was a 5. Scarface gets a 5. Awful movie. All right. I barely made it through Scarface. I was ready to hit the fast forward button. Here's Joey Albrecht. 5 Hidden Hopes. Here you go, Joey. Let's see. Joey. Here it is. My grandpa fought on Omaha Beach. Damn, dude, that's very impressive. And, it's a special thing, and we definitely respect that and all that. But that's different from judging a movie, okay? A movie's a movie. So I keep those two things separate in my brain. But yeah, much respect to your grandfather. Rambo is a B-rate movie. Now I say that as a major fan of Sylvester Stallone. You're talking about Rambo First Blood? I liked it. I liked the design of it. I liked how it was kind of like an action movie. It was all weird. And then it does this heavy flip right at the end. It becomes more like a statement or a political analyzation of the, not a political, maybe like an empathy analyzation of the struggles of the returning soldiers. They're after spending so much time in Vietnam, perhaps being drafted, their brains have adjusted to being over there, and they can't return to civilian life. And so they've become nuisances, and people hate you're a soldier. You killed innocent women and children, didn't you? So yeah, it was an investigation into that issue and the emotional trauma of the soldiers that were there. So I actually felt like his ending was very emotional. It was great acting. That's why I was complaining about Saving Private Ryan. I never felt any emotions from any of the characters, including Private Ryan, including Tom Hanks, and all the middle characters in between. I didn't feel much emotions for them at all. They just I don't know. They were like B-tier acting the whole time, like what you just said, B-tier acting. I thought Sylvester Stallone did very well with his acting at the end of First Blood. Watch Mr. Gatsby or Inglourious Basterds. I watched Inglourious Basterds a long time ago. I thought it was a good movie at the time. But to hand out a proper grade to it, I think I would be required to rewatch it. Because, you know, you got to actually sit down and criticize it properly. I'm with Mr. in the fact that I won't ever watch Saving Private Ryan again. But if I was interested for some reason in D-Day, I can't think of a better way to understand it. Well, you know, I was talking to Karis about this as well. I actually thought that Saving Private Ryan was too lenient. I thought that they should have shown quite a lot more gore for D-Day. When you read about the details of D-Day, it's like 9,000 dead people, right? And I remember I was reading history books about it. I was listening to talks about it. And I remember this soldier who was giving an interview, and he was talking about how there were so many dead bodies piled up, you could almost just hide behind the dead bodies. So in the, I went into the movie with that expectation. So when they're showing D-Day, they didn't show enough dead bodies. I feel like there were like, I counted on the screen. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I was like, no, there should be like hundreds piled up. There should just be bodies everywhere. And, you know, they showed the ocean with the red blood in it. That's pretty good. But the accounts of D-Day show that there were so many more dead people that it should have been a bigger mound of dead bodies. And I think the movie just didn't have the budget for it, or they didn't think of it that way. But I felt it was an inaccurate portrayal that way. It should have actually been deadlier. So that's Joey Albrecht. So I was talking to my wife about that as well. I was like, I don't think that this is accurate, but everyone who watches it is going to think that it's accurate. So that's what I was telling her at the time. You saw a small section and they were part of the first wave. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, right. During D-Day, they had multiple waves and they were the first one and they were saying they didn't have enough people. But I mean, I counted like, in one scene where they were scrolling over the bodies, I counted like 12 bodies. And I was like, that just doesn't even look like that much. All right, let's see. Say how they say Buongiorno in Inglourious Basterds. Oh, right, when they're pretending to know Italian. I think they're pretending to know Italian, and the bad guy was like, uh-huh. Okay, next up we got Tai Hua, Slab Away the Metazard. You got it, man. All yours. It might be because I'm Canadian, but your voice has no competition. Your ethics, no competition. You're just an all-around rad, humble dude. A rad, humble dude. Very interesting. Here's Tai Hua. Here we are. All right. Bro, the boat they were landing in had 12 dead people as soon as it opened. Right. Here we go. Simple alert. Watch Generation Kill instead. Let's see. Okay, so Tai Hua, let me type this in. We'll jump over here. I'm just giving my honest feelings about the movie. I'm not trying to do any unfair feelings. This is going to say Metal Zard Celebrations. CGC 10, and it starts at 750, and then it goes down to 730. There it goes. That was an older movie. Generation Kill is a series from the Iraq War. There we go. I think you guys also have to consider, one of the things for me personally when it comes to watching movies, action scenes, and especially like big bloody scenes, typically they don't score a lot of points for me. Maybe personally I don't get a lot from those kinds of movies. Here's Jay Sharp. He says 1 Pokemon Poker. Okay, let me grab that for you. So, and 1 Fantasia Bunko. Fantasia Bunko. Ugh. What about Band of Brothers? I've never seen it. You want a hot take? Title a short Rambo better than Saving Private Ryan. You will get amazing comment section. I liked Rambo, and that is a movie about a war veteran. I didn't like Saving Private Ryan. Maybe I don't like Tom Hanks either. Also, I'm not a big fan of Matt Damon. They're just annoying to look at this point. Matt Damon and Tom Hanks. I think it would have been more fun if it was like actors who I didn't recognize. All right, but then again, in 1998, they weren't as recognizable. Mr. J. Sharp, no luck in that Fantasia Bunko. And you got a cute little Bellossom. Ooh. We love you, mister, but you give 5 10s and 10s 5s. Hey! There you go. J. Sharp. Let's see. Grab this. Ugh. All downhill since Joe versus the volcano. Team America, Matt Damon. Smart move, random gamer. Everyone loves Rambo. Here we are. Tom was huge in 98. Damon, not so much. Have you watched Fight Club? I did watch Fight Club back in the day. I think I was a little too young. Some of it flew over my head. But I remember Brad Pitt and the other guy, and they're beating each other up. And then at the end, the building's collapsing, and the one actress is with them. So I do remember that, but I would probably need to re-watch it to give it another grade. I'm actually going to hand a grade out right now on a movie I've watched, I think, like 3 times now. It's either 3 times or 4 times. So I'm handing out a 10 to one of my favorite movies ever. Where are the 10s? Oh, have we not handed any 10s out? So we'll say The Godfather. Godfather gets a 10. Here's another 10. Star Wars Episode 3. And There Will Be Blood. One of my favorite movies of all time is There Will Be Blood. I love that movie to death. Can't get enough of There Will Be Blood. I think that is my favorite movie. I think I like that more than Star Wars and The Godfather. All right, so there's a couple more grades. Movie review grades. The Godfather, Star Wars, and There Will Be Blood get 10s. Revenge of the Sith is a 10. Episode 3, the one where they're fighting, where Anakin kills all the children. I don't remember their specific titles. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption? I saw pieces of it, and it made me want to blow my brains out. It looks so boring. I know Shawshank gets a really good grade. I will have to give it a proper watch and not, like, skip it, because I have to truly watch it. But every time I see some pieces of it, I can't stand it. It makes me so angry every time I watch it. All right. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. Yeah, it's a really great scene. That movie, that was a really impressive movie. Here we are. We got the Bitcoin came in, Mr. LaFlame. Mr. LaFlame, the Bitcoin came in. Tropic Thunder is the best. How did you like Orange is the New Black? 12 Angry Men, 7 Samurai. I've seen 12 Angry Men. I think I saw a different Japanese, really old Japanese movie. It wasn't called 7 Samurai. It was something else. It was like one of their, like Rishigo or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. 10 more OP5 English. You got it, man. All right. Well, you're in luck. We got to go get a new box of it. I'll be right back. You seen Daniel Day's other movies? I've watched you house and invest talk a bunch. I bought my house in 2013 for $175,000. It is now worth $850,000. Damn, dude, that is nice. Have you watched The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise? I hate Tom Cruise. I've seen The Last Samurai though. It's a good movie. I cannot stand this sort of weird white guy fetish with white guys being a Japanese samurai. It drives me. I can't stand it. I just want to beat Tom Cruise up when I see it. So Tom Cruise, it was a decent movie. I mean, you watch it, it's entertaining, but for some reason, I can't stand Tom Cruise. And I really hate this sort of weird fetish with being a samurai as a white guy. There's a lot of white guys who think they're going to be great samurais. That's what it really is. Mr. trying to cut off chat's legs confirmed. All right, let me go get that box. He was the white tiger, guys. The white tiger in the dream. He was the white tiger. Quick, turn him into one of our own. They could have made The Last Samurai without a white guy being the last samurai. Could have been an actual samurai from Japan. But no, it's a I wish I was Asian fetish movie. All right, here we go. Have you seen Daniel Day's other movies? I don't even know who Daniel Day is. So the answer, he's the actor from There Will Be Blood, isn't it? No, I haven't seen his other movies. And 10. There Will Be Blood, one of my favorite movies. It might be my number 1 movie ever. All right. All right. Tom Cruise has one tooth centered in his smile. He's missing the center one. You will now never unsee it. Yeah, I've seen that on the internet. Smells like a manga box. Okay, we got it. The manga box, guys. What's your Harry Potter movies? Harry Potter was okay. I've seen all of them. It was okay. Doesn't rank. You're going to see 7s and 8s for Harry Potter probably. Solid movie to watch. I don't even think I'd feel nostalgia watching it if I watched it today. Harry Potter movies are going to be 7s and 8s. I already know. It could be lower than that, some of them. Just depends. Harry Potter smoked pot. Did you see The Silence of the Lambs? Silence of the Lambs has got a really great... Yeah, so Silence of the Lambs is a pretty good one. I watched that 2 years ago, maybe, again, with Kara. She'd never seen it before, because when she was younger, she wasn't allowed to see any scary movies. It was not allowed. So, I like to watch scary movies with her from time to time to show her. And that's a pretty solid movie, Silence of the Lambs. It had the really, really monumental moment. I would fuck me, would you fuck me? That was crazy, dude. That was such a crazy scene. And instantly iconic for that. But overall, I do feel there's a touch of overacting from the bad guy, the mastermind bad guy, who's played by the one actor, the British sounding actor. Here we go. What do we got? But I think that's a great movie. You got to see it. Silence of the Lambs. I think I would need to rewatch it to give it an actual grade right now. So if I'm giving something a grade out, it either has to be a movie I've seen many times, or I have to have seen it really recently. Silence of the Lambs is great. Some fava beans. Yeah, his character almost feels a little unbelievable, like kind of fruity at some point, because he's just a little too much, you know what I mean? Just a little over the edge, you know what I mean? But the other guy who's capturing people for their skin, such a great bad guy, and fantastic. Here we are. You should watch Oh Boy. Mr. Steven Seagal is not a... yes, Steven Seagal. He's going to show me some Bushido. Is he still in Russia? I think he's still in Russia. All right. F Clockwork Orange. Oh, I've never watched Clockwork Orange. I never watched it. I had a roommate at the time. He watched it and invited me to watch it too. And I only saw scenes, but I never sat down and watched it. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble watching movies my whole life. I just don't do it. I really struggle to get into a movie. Eustace, Captain Kidd. Have you seen the Saw movies? I saw Saw number 1, number 2. I think I saw number 3 and 4, and then I stopped. Okay? So I did watch... I love scary movies. And Saw is a gore movie, but it's like especially good because you have to like inflict it on yourself. So it's absolutely nutty. Saw 1 is the best one out of the whole thing, isn't it? Saw 1, it's got to be the best one. Cut your foot off on all that. And then the twist at the end, very, very good. I don't think I'm ready to hand out a score. If we score scary movies, they have to have a separate score from regular movies. It has to be a scary movie score or something like that. No, we'll put it together. Yeah, you can't separate them. That's silly. I saw all the scary movies. By the 10 I've seen every killer there's ever been. Yes, I would agree. First one is very good. Yeah, the first one's very good. I tried Mr. Oh, where's those manga rares? La Flame, Bello Betty. All right, OP5, man. There we go. I appreciate it, Mr. LaFlame. Okay, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Chucky, Scream, Jason. Chucky's boring, man. I don't even know why Chucky's was a thing. You know, I never watched Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. I saw big chunks of Jason, but I never sat down and watched the whole thing. You know the problem with those movies? They just bore me. Like, they're the Boogeyman, right? They're Boogeyman movies. That's the type of movie they are. Boogeyman movies just don't work very well on me. All right, here we go. You should watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I did see that. It's a scary movie with gore, but it's actually a comedy, right? It's just a comedy, and it's not bad at all. It's kind of like Scary Movie a bit, isn't it? So it's that one's very legit. You should definitely watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's really funny. Mister, any way to buy the rares of English One Piece? The rares? No. All right, guys, how deep are we? We're 3 hours and 14 minutes in. We are 3 hours and 14 minutes. We can keep going. We're supposed to go for a solid 4 hours. It's 4:46. Charles Lee Ray. Here is my Mew with the perfect swirl by his hand. He is a pristine 10. Let's get a price on this guy. Black Star Promo 9. Price those bad boy slabs up. Yeah, we're going to do some slabs now. All right. I got to watch more movies and hand out more tough movie reviews. All right, let's see. So the cheapest PSA 10 of this Mew is $900. I will mention this particular Mew, besides the fact that it's a pristine 10, has this like awesome swirl that it's like it touches Mew's hand. Do you see that? I mean, how cool is that? It's just really cool placement, you know? So I feel like that, you know, I think that's a nice thing. I think there should be a slight premium for the perfect swirl. Now, what about a CGC 10 on these? Are there any pristines? There is a pristine 10. There's a pristine 10. Being sold by a guy with 83% feedback and four feedback, so I'm staying away from that one. So then the next one is $1,000. Okay, so, and that guy has 3 feedback. Jesus, dude. So $1,000, huh? Let me think about it. I think the price on this is going to be 1.1. That's what we're doing. I like the swirl. I think the swirl sets it apart from other slabs, other versions of the same card. There you go. So Pristine Mew, 1.1. PSA 10, $900. This is a CGC Pristine 10 with the perfect swirl sitting right there, right? So I like that one a lot. I know it's actually something people look for. Collectors want them hollows. Has anyone ever seen Four Lions? The Ring or Grudge? I watched Grudge when I was younger. It was the very first true scary movie I'd ever seen in a movie theater. And my parents allowed us to go. My sisters took me. And it scared the pants off me. I'd never in my life had I seen a real horror movie. So it was a new experience. And I loved it. I fell in love with it right away. I loved it. It was so much fun. Can we get an F in the chat? All right. Let's see. Extra 100 for the win. Your UFC ever came in? Yeah, UFC's been in the whole time. Look. UFC Hobby Box, $27. I guess I don't promote this enough. This is a UFC Hobby Box break. Only one guy is in it, Daniel Corona. Oh, I'm sorry, DP. There's 11 more spots open. If you want to do the Hobby Box break, you got to jump into the list. Here is the Marvel Platinum break. Taven Richardson and Danny are in. And then the Jungle Sublist continues to creep along. So a real slow Jungle Sublist. Grudge was hilarious. I saw it in the movie theaters, and I was in the men's restroom after it, and it was really quiet, and someone started making the Grudge girl sound effect, and the whole bathroom laughed. Oh, yeah, the ending just petrified me. I was a kid. I was still pretty young, and, yeah, I'd never seen a real scary movie like that before, so I'd never experienced being scared by a movie that way. And she starts crawling down the stairs, and I was like, what the fuck? It was also a really specific kind of scary movie. It was like this Japanese-style scary movie. So, yeah, it was a cool experience. I loved it. I remember as I got into the vehicle, the car, to go home, and when we parked home, I remember feeling like I could see like a bad guy around every tree or every corner or every unlit hall, right? It's like, oh, my God. My brain's like warning me, look out for that thing. And I was like, this is awesome. Look at these, man. I got some EVs right here. I'm sorry, some Umbreons. Can I pay $100 for your US dollars for one 15-minute phone call? Go put this over here. All right. So I think the queue is pretty empty right now, guys. If you want to send in any orders, I will go ahead and price up another slab. Are you ready? The only movie I ever saw in theaters when I was younger that blanked with me was Event Horizon. I legit couldn't sleep that night. There you go. Well, after The Grudge, I was very interested in scary movies at that point. I was like, I gotta watch more of these. I'm very interested. All right. I sent for a whole box of OP5 English. BTC is so slow. Come on, BTC. All right, he's one whole box, guys, of OP5 English. It's not over. Legendary Mr. LaFlame sending in for a whole box. Already rated Dune. Dune gets a bad rating from me. Shoot, man. I feel like I should be rating these movies like the day after I watch them. It's already been some time has passed. All right, you ready? So, we've got this lovely shining Celebi. Let's go find a price on it. So these are slabs for trade, not for sale. Neo Destiny first. Movie had baby Mr. TCC on edge and paranoid. Yeah, it did. It did. I was like, ah. But it was a great feeling. I was like addicted to it right away. It was a really fun feeling. I enjoyed it. Okay, so the cheapest Shining Celebi, 1,630. I'm from Texas. I'm young, 26. Grudge was okay. Yeah, in the end, if you want my opinion on the movie The Grudge, it's not a very good scary movie. There's ones way scarier than it. The Grudge is just okay. But at the time, I'd never been exposed to anything like that. So at the time, it was really scary. I was like, holy shit. Nowadays, it would not affect me so much. Okay. There we go. Best trilogy of all time, Lord of the Rings, right. Let me think about it. It's a very, very good trilogy. I'm going to go with the Star Wars, man. Star Wars better. Star Wars is better. I thought that the Emperor Palpatine was a more convincing mastermind bad guy, whereas Lord of the Rings, you know, Sauron, he's just the watching eye, the necromancer. We don't really even know much about him unless you read the books, right? So from a movie perspective, if you didn't read the books, you don't know much about him. And yeah, I think they could have done better with the end scene for Return of the King. I really think that the Return of the King, it's got a lot of action in it. Then the ghosts just kind of come in, wipe everybody out, and then he dismisses the ghosts. It just feels kind of like a cheat. And then, yeah, there's numerous flaws in the story, like with the eagles and stuff like that. It feels like cinematically, it was so effing enjoyable, but I can't give it a perfect 10. It can't be a 10. There's just these little loopholes that bug me. And when there's loopholes, you're not getting a 10. It's just how it is. All right. So while we're waiting for that box, why don't I go grab it for you? Okay, I'm going to go grab that box. I'll take that Mew, mister. I'll use my slab credit. Oh, perfect. Okay. Hey, that works. All right. So 1,100. Let me jump in. Where did I put the slab credits? Yeah, it's a very solid card. Just let you know, your live isn't being showed when I search for it on my laptop. On my laptop that isn't logged into YouTube. Here we are. Yeah, I feel like we've had less views over time. There could be something going on, like YouTube thinks that this live stream is too adult, or maybe it's too political or something like that. Who knows? Maybe I've been blacklisted a little bit. Okay, so this goes to 150. Or maybe I just need to step up my alpha male A game and put out better content. Just started being high. Chat and or bots, please tell me how I can get D-Man. Hey, mister, can you please say happy birthday to my friend Sam? Hey, what's up, Sam? Happy birthday. Okay, LaFlame, you got 150 left over. And this says LaFlame on it now. Cool, man. Really solid card. Might be hard to find weirdos to stay up all night. Did you just call yourself a weirdo? I went straight to your channel and it says you're not live. Matthew Fowler says live on my home tab. Maybe it's your computer. Maybe it's your particular version of YouTube playing. You know, I hear this every now and then, though. But yeah, I mean, YouTube's very competitive. There's other people doing the same content I'm doing. There's people doing video games, and people might be like, I don't care about watching Pokemon cards get open. I care about watching video games get open. I'm not a pretty girl. I'm not. I don't show my face. You know, there's all kinds of reasons. Maybe people are on TikTok. Maybe people are on Twitch. Maybe I should be streaming earlier in the day rather than starting at 1:30 at night. You know, so there's many different reasons. And maybe I've pissed people off. Some people hear my political opinion. They say, F this guy, and they're out of here. You know what I mean? So there's many different reasons. But you guys are here. I got my 100 viewers. You guys are, you know, my Italian mafia. You guys are here. And I'm very happy to have you guys here. So, you know, I'll show up every single night. That's one thing you can rely on is I am here every single night. That's tough to do. And so I put the hours in. Did I say I was getting a box of OP5? All right, give me a second. YouTube's new description going over the chat box is strange. I don't like it. Okay, let me go grab that box. All right, and here we are. I'm back. Some people stream hard and don't get as much viewers as you either. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm happy with what we got. If I can improve my channel, I'll make improvements. You are. We got Alexis now. That's cool. I want to play some Monster Hunter when Monster Hunter comes out, so I need to set up the TheCardconomist again. And yeah, everything is fine. You know, the funny thing about YouTube, it's not always about having the most viewers. Sometimes it's just about never really quitting. You'd be surprised how many people get successful and then they quit. And my success on YouTube has been, I just keep working. So people resign from their jobs, and you'll find out I don't really resign too easily. You are. I never forgot that. I had a big competitor, a really big competitor over on Monster Hunter. And then one day, they were just gone. They're like, I don't want to do this anymore. One day, they like retired. And I was like, wow. I was so worried about competing with them. I was so worried. But they couldn't stick out the year after year after year of work. They couldn't do it. So I have a trick up my sleeve where I'm not just willing to put in lots and lots of work hours, but I really don't quit either. I don't resign. All right, there it is, Dark Slowbro. You don't do the usual shill of like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Trump below. You're totally right, but also I want to mention to you guys, you should hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about Trump below. Jump over here. No, everyone has their own style. What do you guys think the style is over here? And what do you think I could do better? If you think I suck at something, what do you think I suck at? By the way, I love feedback. I love to learn people's opinions. It all matters. When you guys give me feedback, I listen. There you go. Alpha male style. Yeah, welcome to my Alpha Male podcast. Okay. There we are. Let's see. Mister, you don't show enough feet. You guys really want to see feet? You think feet is what'll do it? I don't think feet's going to do it, man. You suck at rating movies. Hey! You can't seem to cut signatures from the packs for me. Hey! That's Mew. I probably lost some followers just from that. So, you know, when I do something like allow pack cutting or allow card drilling, I'm sure there's people in the hobby who think that's inappropriate, and they say, I'll never watch that guy again. And so the people who continue watching are people who are kind of a little on the wild side, who say, well, I think it's funny. You know what I mean? I get a little kick out of it, seeing everyone get angry over it, right? Or people who agree with me that it helps a little bit with inflation, which is what we started it for. But yeah, I have no doubt we lost some followers from that. It was controversial. All right. So, how about this Mew, huh? So we have the first edition Mew. Man, it's a cool card. actually have a couple of these. Check that out. Oh, man, that's cool, isn't it? Look at that. Economy may be also Mr. Money in all these days. It's everything, dude. It's everything. I'm sure I've lost viewers who I've upset. You know, like today, for example, I said, I'm kind of pro-life. I said that today. You know, my personal feelings about abortion is that I'm not really for it. I don't like it. I think personally you're killing a baby, right? So when you take a stance on anything, you're just going to immediately lose followers. It's just how it is. And that's fine. You know, my personal beliefs don't have to get in the way of you being entertained by what we do here. I don't constantly push that kind of stuff necessarily, but I always talk about controversial subjects. So if our friend Aaron Roach really did get, a girl pregnant, my advice is have the baby. Because that's the point of life. You got to have some babies at some point. But he might be having them a little earlier than he anticipated. But once the bun's in the oven, let the bun, do its bun thing. All right, there we go. What are those weird squiggly lines in the top left corner of the Mew? Top left corner of the Mew. Top left? Oh, these? Mods chat. How do I get quick switch your stance, Mr. Appeal to the lowest common denominator? Yeah, or don't take any stance. Actually, when we went to the comedy thing tonight at the amphitheater where Tom Segura was there were two other comedians. And so it took forever. It was a really long event. Like I said, I think it was 5 hours long. And again, there's this Trevor comedian who I've seen on TikTok. He was there doing a stand-up routine. And he started out with a Joe Biden, Donald Trump joke. But before he said that, he prefaced it with, I don't take a side. I don't really talk politics. I don't hate on any of the politicians. So he started out that way. And, I immediately sensed it. I was like, that's because you're either pissing off 50% Republicans or the other 50% Democrats. So taking a side on anything is bad for a social media person because you want 100% of the people to follow you. And so if you want to be somewhere where you can enjoy a little bit of politics or enjoy, taking a position on something, you just got to also accept the fact that you've lost some viewers, as a result of this. You need to tell us where the babies come from. That's Japanese. That's Japanese. Right there, Japanese. Just a couple squiggly lines. I know, I feel the same way. That's what people are saying about why Disney is failing so bad. Yeah, Disney has a lot of messaging, right? Is that the term? So this guy's crazy rare, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I want to see something. Where's my cell phone? See, Dad, okay, let me grab this. Okay. Live stream Roach's baby's birth. Oh, it's a reverse foil. I didn't see that. Okay. Very interesting. Yo, there's only one of these for sale, and it's $1,160. Doll hairs. Hold on. There it goes. Tammy's here. So this is population 76. I gotta say, I don't even feel like selling it. I really, really, really like this magneton. Look at this magneton, man. I'm a big fan. Fun fact, there is no English first edition Mew card. That's sad. But we have that Black Star promo. In Fossil, that actually was part of the set. The Black Star promo was actually part of the set. It's a Fossil Hollow Mew. But in English, they turned it into that promo. What a bummer. Okay. Still waiting on that BTC. The BTC has not arrived. Alexis bent 3 UFC signature cards and 4 number cards when she shipped my cards because she took them out of the ETB box. Good thing all those cards sucked. 3 signature cards. Fun fact, there is no... Oh! I think we just got the BTC. 408? Is that right? Let me double check that. Let me check the math behind that. Okay, let's see. 17 by 24. Yep, perfect. All right, we're good to go. Too bad they didn't add the holo to the set and leave non-holo for the promo. All right. We got it, guys. 1 whole box of One Piece OP5. LaFlame said, I'm tired of messing around with this. He wants that English manga card, man. I don't blame you. Or the signature can come out too, right? That's not bad. All right. Did I not tell you that? You did tell me that. You are? All right. Toss this over here. Okay. Set that there. That's a lot of cards. Let's get a little zoomy out. And then a little zoomy in. There it goes, huh? I don't know. I've had no problems. The shipping's been better lately. Alexis, you know, she just started. And when Daniel told me that he had an issue with this shipment, we went and started doing more training just to make sure. She was doing a thing that I didn't want her to do, where she's removing some of the cards from ETBs. She didn't know that you just keep the cards in the ETB. It's a gift. There you go. So, but she doesn't make that mistake. And she's generally been doing a very good job otherwise with the shipping. There you are. But she didn't know that one. All right. Those ETBs provide extra protection for those square cut cards. She is technically allowed to remove the ETB, but only if she replaces it with a similar box. There we go. All right. Okay. Fun fact. Toss this over here. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, picking up Rebecca. 1 Rebecca. Okay. Here's some holos. She uses extra bubble wrap. I told her be generous when it comes to the packing, because people ship cards that are very expensive and the packing is not expensive. I tell her be generous with the tape, be generous with the bubble wrap, be generous with the newspaper, whatever it is you got. Packing peanuts. We do a little bit of recycling. So like I receive a lot of boxes and I could just throw away everything that I receive, but I just feel like that just goes straight into a landfill. So we try to recycle some of our shipping material that we receive in order for it to be used one more time before it eventually goes to the landfill. Here it is. Here's Borsalino. Oops. She would put extra bubble wrap. DeRosa was the best arc in One Piece. Some holos. I broke once with a local shop. They had sticky notes stuck to the surface of the cards and rubber bands. You think so, Kent? Rubber bands. We are. All right. Put that away. Okay, we're on the second half of the box, I think. So far, Rebecca has been pulled. In a box, I feel like typically we pull 3 hits in a box. I could be wrong about that. Could be 2 hits in a box. Let's see. All right. The foreshadowing in Scipia still makes it my favorite. Okay, we'll grab this. Snipping that as well. Okay, we'll go ahead and snip this. Snipping that. Okay, snipping this as well. All right. There we go. Okay, so that felt like a little more than half of the box. Now we're going to zoom in like regular now. Here goes. Some hollows. What movie are you planning on watching? I don't know. We really like classic movies or like movies that are really well known. There you go. You guys can tell me what movie you think I should watch next. Karis has been really enjoying mafia movies. Okay, here's some hollows. Oh, what do we got here? We've got Eustace Captain Kidd. Cool. Ones you've never seen. There's a lot of movies I've never seen because I didn't watch a lot of movies because I just didn't like them. I had trouble sitting down through a whole movie. I get bored really fast. Here's Pika. Watch Lords of Dogtown. You seen Chef. Pulp Fiction. I did watch Pulp Fiction a couple times. I think I've seen that movie like 3 times. That's a pretty fun movie. And yeah, that movie deserves a high rating. I think to give it a proper... I think in order to do these movie reviews, the rule should be that the movie critic grade gets handed out like a day after I watch it, or within 1 week of watching it. American History X. That's the one where he gets butt boinked, right? I almost said a different word. Where the one actor gets taught a lesson, but in the butthole. Here we are. All right. What a weird movie. The Untouchables. That sounds like a mafia movie. Baseball says no. Princess Bride. Ugh. That movie. Princess Bride. All right. What we got here? It's like a movie that... Check out Chef. Here we are. We are currently watching a movie called... And we only started it. It's called The Irishman. It was made in 2019. It has Robert De Niro in it. It's got that other actor in it whose name I forget. I guess they're like an acting duo. They're in the same movies together every time. I think Al Pacino's in it too. Is that Al Pacino I saw? But the movie uses some kind of special effect where it makes the actors younger. And I gotta say, I'm not a fan so far. Because even though they appear younger, you can tell by their body movement and their sort of like their energy that they're just not young. You can really feel that they're a lot older. Wasn't a fan of The Irishman. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan. Ooh, so a whole box has 2 hits, it looks like. Is that right? I thought it could be up to 3. Okay, grab this. Heat. Roaches, as in Roach's girlfriend was in Heat. Doesn't watch it because you get excited. 3 hits. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss the third one? What was the third one? Eustace, Rebecca. Oh my God. Kaido's such a bad hit. My brain didn't register it. Can you believe that? My brain didn't even think of it like that. Wow, man. Oh my God. I'm on. Okay, let's grab this. Mr. LaFlame. I'm sorry about that box. No manga in there. Haha, Kaido's like $1. Bro, don't tell me that. I don't even want to hear you say that. Oh my God, dude. All right, I love it. Who's next? I love your bravery. Very brave. Never stops believing in the heart of the cards. Here's a Misty's Gyarados. I feel like we priced this one the other day already. Is that not true? Whoa, so I have a 3rd Blaine's Moltres. I actually own 3 Blaine's Moltreses. I got a PSA 10, an SGC 10, and a CGC 10. I did not know that. Look at that. 3rd Blaine Moltres. It's all good. We go again. You're wanting to go again tonight? Is that what you're saying? Let's get this Misty Gyarados. Okay. That's going to say Jim First Gyarados. The Departed is good. I think I saw that one already. I should open up a movie guide and just start going off of that. I should be like, what are the top movies? Let's start watching them. Okay, let's see. There it is. Oh, no, wait, that's a sponsored item. Oh, that's unlimited. All right, there it is. Okay, so the Misty Gyarados, 1,030. Not tonight. I'm head to bed. Just finished all my work. Nice, dude. There we go. Old movies, huh? Ever seen The Professional? Nope, never seen that one. Create a channel in Discord for movie suggestions. Movie suggestions. I'll just take them here. While we're live. It's simple enough, you know, because after the stream, we'll definitely, if somebody points out one that sounds pretty enticing, we'll just go watch it. We'll do our movie reviews. Maybe my movie review should actually have some text, like why I thought it was sucked or why I thought it was especially good. All right, LA. But, you know, I just kind of talk about it live. Let's go ahead and roll for this. We got Hazu going in. 1994 is an old movie. I feel personally attacked. Yeah. What did you say, Gramps? Grandpa. Let me think about it. When I was, let's say 15 years old, it would have been 14 years after 1989. So it would have been 14 years after 1990, 2004. So it would have been about 2004, right? So 2004, how long ago would that have been from the 70s? So the 70s would have been like 30 years from then. Maybe, okay, so like 30 years ago, it would have been the 70s. So now if you think about 1990 and 2024, yeah, it's about 34 years ago. So we are our parents' age now. Yeah. The 1990s is a long time ago. What is your review of Mel Gibson's Braveheart? Oh, man, I'm going to have to watch that, aren't I? You know, I'd always seen large chunks of that movie, but I'd never seen the whole movie because it bored me to death. Every time I saw it, I was like, this is so stupid looking. Something about Mel Gibson's face just makes me want to punch him really hard. I was annoyed. By the time we reached Mad Max 3, Thunderdome, I couldn't stand it anymore because Mel Gibson started to look like Mel Gibson. You know, in Mad Max 1 and 2, he's so young you don't recognize him. But by the time you reach Mad Max 3, now he's starting to look like Mel Gibson, and I can't stand him anymore. So Braveheart, I probably need to go watch it. Yeah, that's a pretty classic movie. You see that one a lot. I probably have to go watch that. Once Upon a Time in America, if you want to watch another De Niro movie and you have 4 hours to spare. Oh my God. Leon the Professional stars French actor Jean Reno and Gary Oldman. Natalie Portman's debut movie too. Nikki Neon, you're unhinged. Kind of a controversial movie now. You want to punch a lot of actors in the face is what I learned today. I can't stand to look at some people. Some people just get this look that just makes me like annoyed. I don't know. Maybe I'm easily annoyed. Maybe I'm like my mom. You know, I think my mom was a crazy person. Maybe I'm a little bit like her. Here we go. Roll it. Joey Albrecht. You know what's interesting? My dad loved movies. When I was a kid, I never forgot this. My dad always had a stack of movies. He would rent them from Blockbuster or rent them from our local grocery store had like a movie rental area. They rented VHSs. And every time he got groceries, he had to get some movies. He'd get like 3 or 4 of them. And he just loved them. And I never forgot this. My mother would not watch them. Any of them. She did her own thing. She would pray the rosary. She would read a book about Jesus. She'd go work on something. She would go to work on something. She never watched the movie. She would watch she watched like Lord of the Rings. She watched The Matrix. She watched a couple movies. She generally just did not watch movies. And as a kid, I never understood this. I'm like, how can you be this way, Mom? These are awesome. I'm all grown up now. I'm probably like her age when I was a kid. I just struggle with them. They don't. There's like I'm not getting the dopamine. I'm not feeling any dopamine from the movie. And so that's the struggle. And so in general, I think you're going to find that my movie reviews are pretty harsh because that's just how I feel. If I'm not feeling dopamine, I'm not going to grade it. Or, not just dopamine, but just like feelings in general. A movie's meant to make you feel something. So if I don't feel anything, it's just not going to get a very good grade in the end. Ryan Reynolds makes me want to punch. Did you like Gladiator? I loved Gladiator. That was a really nice movie. The Emperor, such a great portrayal of like the weird Roman emperors. And then Russell Crowe, Superman, super masculine, super manly, the righteous good man, the hero. Yeah, it was fun. And the evil emperor who's all sick and gross, he's like in power, and the righteous man has been taken advantage of and tossed to the lions. Yeah, it's a great story. And the music's good too. Music's great visuals. Joey Albrecht. Yeah, that one was good. I don't think I could watch it again though. All right. Watch Kingdom of Heaven. Great director. Oh, this is filling up. Okay, cool, man. Mel Gibson in South Park is canon for sure. How does that song go? The song goes something like, it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and fighting round the world, or something like that, right? Oi! You trying to fight me? I don't remember how it goes. I'm sorry. I'm butchering it, I'm sure. All right, guys. Well, we have reached 3 hours and 50 minutes. We're out of orders in the queue, and I feel that we are ready to wrap the stream up at this point. I had a lot of fun. And are you not entertained? Yeah, famous line, right? Famous line. I feel like I'm ready to wrap up here and go work on something else, okay? That's Kurt Russell. Fighting around the world. See you later, everybody. Thank you for hanging out at my Alpha Male Pokemon Card podcast. Now, what color is your Charizard? Have a nice night.